Hello, hello. Happy Friday. We are back at it again with some Trails through Daybreak II. I just got finished pulling the chicken out of the oven. I think it ended up pretty good. Pretty happy with it. It's been a little while since I've baked a bunch of chicken all at once. I've kind of just been on that like rotisserie chicken mindset for the past couple of months where like I'll just like grab a rotisserie from like Costco or something and like shred it and put it away. That way I have like chicken to eat with like my meals. But no, I like, sat down and like put it all together today, which was fun again. We kind of miss cooking like that. One of the chicken does look a tad a bit burnt, but I'm gonna blame my oven. All the best gamers know that we blame the game and not ourselves. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with my cooking appliances. I ended up taking a picture too. It smells really, really good. I did like a garlic butter and like thyme with a bit of like Cajun like Creole seasoning. It's not as burnt as it looks. Like I've seen like honestly like the Costco rotisseries and stuff I feel are about the same color most of the time. Like it's not too bad, Like that like top one right here, maybe a little dark, but it's crispy. We're gonna take it on that level. But yeah, I spent like a good little while preparing all of that. Had it like what's the word for it again? Had it like brining and yeah, just trim some of those. Yeah, the little tidbits. The actually burnt parts we will take off. Yeah, because I did like a brine, I did like a sear, and then like just threw those bad boys in. Smells really, really good. So I'm excited to maybe dive into that. I don't know, maybe tonight? Maybe... Probably not tonight. It's already getting kind of late, but we're not a stranger to very late dinners. Kind of had like a slice of pizza to like stave me over before stream started. Oh, and I can't fucking put Oblivion down. I was like playing it all day again today. The game came out on like Tuesday, right? The game came out on Tuesday. And I have 31.5 hours. That's pretty much like an entire work week. Instead of actually doing anything productive with my like time off of work, I've only been playing Oblivion. But yeah, that being said, a lot of housekeeping I imagine that we're going to be going into today, because Edith is a very, very big city. Probably a couple Forest Brigands for us to do and like a billion NPCs to check up on. So I'm like fully expecting maybe the first like at least hour and a half of this stream to be just like this nighttime section of chapter 2. Oh, and speaking of games that look really good, man, Expedition 33, right? I was watching Eli play a little bit of it last night in his stream. I have it downloaded already on Game Pass, so I'm like excited to jump into that as soon as the Oblivion bug wears off on me, right? Looks like so much fun. The team who put that together did like such a stellar job from what it seems. Like I was already excited about it, but actually seeing it in action, like I really want to hop on. I can't seem to find vendors willing to take on the family produce. Yeah, gonna be playing Expedition 33 after Xenoblade 3. You've been on Xenoblade 3 for a little while, no? Or was the last time you brought it up Xenoblade 2? Yeah, I think Xeno 3 might take another 2 weeks. Yeah, Monolith really made some pretty big games there, huh? I have like friends on like 2 different sides of the spectrum for like the Xenoblade games. Like I have one who loved Xenoblade 1, absolutely hated 2, and because of that didn't even touch 3. And then I have another friend who didn't really like 1 but loved 2 and wants to play 3. Assumes having strict standards, the idea of being under scrutiny of my knees knocking together, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask.
So sleepy.
I have nowhere else to turn. Yeah, Xeno X is the longest. That was 1 month. Damn. Might be getting home a little late today. Mother said we should be heading back soon. Oh, meat pie? I need to make a meat pie one day. Smart thinking. You're such a sweet boy, Kane. We'll have a meat pie. Why don't we have your favorite cake for dessert? Yeah, I was thinking like something about like, I don't think we ever really commonly had like dessert in this house in that way. Like, I can't think of honestly really any time where growing up we would have dinner and then like dessert at like stated dessert, you know? Kind of like rare. Anytime I've had like a sweet dessert type thing, it's always been kind of like a standalone like dish.
Hello there.
Young Lao Ju.
Thank you.
A tip will always tastes better after dark. You kids look a touch too young for that though. We have a range of non-alcoholic cocktails for sale if you're interested. Do they let you buy beer as a consumable and feed it to kids in this game? Or is everything alcoholic? Or is everything non-alcoholic that we eat? I mean, it's probably, right? Yeah, Asian Shepherd's just another dinner. True. Thinking of going out for some night fishing. Don't want anything distracting me from my catch. Come to think of it, Makino and Shannon have been getting a lot more comfortable with their rods lately. Whoa, whoa, what do they mean by that? Maybe it's time I taught them how to do some night fishing of their own. So that's the eponymous proprietor of Gateau Ladoon. Or Dadoon. He certainly isn't short on enthusiasm. Right, his shop is popping off after we saved him.
What's it gonna be?
I mean, I guess it was always popping
Later.
off, but he gets to stay in the game. We love that. Promised to do a magazine interview after I close up shop tonight, but the journalist came early and started watching my every little move. Got me all tense. How's a guy supposed to work like this? They're fishing for fisher girls. Now they're very much anglers. They got fish on the brain, rod in one hand, tackle. I don't know what you have in the other hand. You might have both hands on the rod. I've never been fishing. These kiwis are nice and ripe. I wonder if I'll have any left over later. Then I could share them with Kane and his parents.
What can I get for you?
Booyah, boss.
Thanks for
Yeah, like
shopping.
Rin and Lloyd, they fished a lot of plots. They've been everywhere. Then, on like the alternative, maybe it doesn't have as much Riz as like Rin and Lloyd, huh? Like if we're talking about like Riz meters and Trails protagonists, like is Rufus at the very bottom, right? Like Rufus has like the least riz, because like ain't no one was after that man, right? Except for like me and my heart. And then like after that, it'd be Kevin, because I mean he had Reese, and then maybe Van after that. Because Van has like Elaine and like Agnes has kind of like a big crush. Rufus has that like the unapproachable Riz. Like people don't think they're worthy. Nice work out there, Karina. I think you've earned yourself a little evening drink. Maybe I'll stop by La Chow's place and pick up some of the fancy stuff for her and back. Yeah, like when people seem like a little too put together, you know, they feel a little unapproachable sometimes. It's kind of like that. Which one was Trout again? The kid? I was thinking of asking your mother to make... Oh wait, no, that's definitely the dad or the big man, right? You know, I was thinking of asking your mother to make vongole pasta for dinner tonight. Is that a real thing or is that a Trails thing? Vongole? Vongole. Oh, that's a real thing. I'm probably like butchering it too. It's probably a really different way to say it. Spaghetti with clams. Oh, speaking of spaghetti with clams, did y'all know Canadians are weird? Now, hear me out, because I was doing Food Guesser 3 days ago, I think. And one of the dishes that came up was straight up just a picture of spaghetti and pizza. Like, those are two completed dishes, no? Like, a pizza... like, a pizza is like a pizza and a spaghetti is a spaghetti. Like, having spaghetti and pizza combined be one dish? I think it was called, like, Pizzagetti or something? Hold on, let me look it up. Apologies to my Canadians. But like when that came up, I genuinely couldn't tell where it was from. Yeah, Pizzagetti. It's like a dish from Quebec, I guess. And I never would have thought that would be like a full-on like thing. You know? Like the Food Guesser picture was just pizza and spaghetti on the same plate. And I was like, okay. Like, is that not just a pizza and a spaghetti and not pizzagetti? Yeah, Philippines has pancit, which is noodles, and the rice is a side. Oh. Okay, but see, like, the noodles and the rice are separate, right? Like, the rice is a side dish, and it is not part of, like, the main dish. Oh, it's mixed in. Okay, well, weirdly, I think my mind doesn't have as much of a problem with that. Only because when I'm thinking of Pizzagetti, there's like so much more that goes into making like a whole ass pizza and a whole ass dish of spaghetti versus like, well, I guess spaghetti and like noodles could be the same, right? But like rice, unless you're like talking like Mexican rice or like what is it, like adobo? I guess then it'd be a little strange. I don't know. Just the thought of it being a unique dish to Canada really threw me off. That's like saying like fried chicken on a bed of like French fries is a dish, you know? And it's not like you have French fries and fried chicken. It's like its own thing. It's weird to me. Anyways, end of tangent. but I just can't think up of a good dish to have with it. Like if oh, fuck me, you're right. Fish and chips is a thing. Okay, well, I might have a problem with fish and chips too. You're talking about like a fish fillet and some french fries. Or some like chips, right? Well, not like actual like American chips, but like, you know. How about fried fish? Okay, that's it. That's exactly it. Okay, no, Trout hit the hammer, the nail on the head. It's 2 entrees. A pizza is an entree. A spaghetti is an entree. 2 entrees does not a dish make. I think fish and chips is fine because you probably wouldn't eat just plain French fries, plain chips as an entree. You know, you wouldn't see that as an entree on a menu. You might see like loaded chips, loaded fries, but you wouldn't see just like French fries. A pizza and a spaghetti, a pizza and a spaghetti are an entree. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Trout. Though it does your old man proud to know you've always got fish on the mind. I bet fungo pasta and fried fish will go great together. How about we close up shop, head home, and find out then? We wouldn't want to keep your mother waiting. What a good dad. Not outright denying it, just being like, hey, that's what you're doing, but let's do it anyways. We do not shoot down this kid's ideas. What is she selling?
They're as fresh can be. Woo-hoo!
Grilled salmon bet.
Thank you.
I haven't done the food guesser today. I kind of want to do the food guesser. Hold on. A food guesser live stream. It's gonna take all of like 5 minutes maybe. I'm probably gonna be like super duper off though. Is this screen share enough? It's probably enough. Oh, it's perfectly enough. Okay. Huh. Flour, butter, sour cream, yeast, sugar. The raisins and the cardamom. I don't know what cardamom is. Yeah, dish is a delightful pastry made of butter, yeasted dough. Okay, with a nutty mixture. These morsels are rolled up, baked to a golden brown, and sliced into soft bite-sized pieces. Perfect for enjoying with tea or coffee. The tea or coffee is pushing me to think of this as like a European thing, maybe? What if we try like, Denmark? It's cool. Southeast of Denmark? If it's cool, we're past like Germany. Ooh, and that's kind of where I have a lot of problem. That's where my American brain kind of like ceases to function. My geography skills are poor. What's past Germany? Is it like Hungary? I had like a Hungarian friend in elementary school. I mean, it's not like he disappeared or anything, but we kind of did just stop talking. Ooh, okay. So it's even more southeast of Hungary. Are we talking like Middle East at this point? Well, I guess it looks like it's hanging on east for a while longer. How about like Georgia? Ooh, it borders Georgia. What borders Georgia? Russia would be north of Georgia, I think, no? I might have to open up a map. I'm gonna open up a map. It's not cheating because we're still thinking about the ingredients. This is just me brushing up on my geography. Easy. Azerbaijan? I mean, it could be Azerbaijan or Turkey. But Turkey would be southwest. It's not Azerbaijan? It's Armenia. Okay. Yeah, traditional pastry originating from Armenia. That looks pretty good though. I'd probably fuck that up. Ooh. The banana leaf. This is giving me... Let me see. Patata, cornmeal, coconut milk, brown sugar, grated coconut, raisin, vanilla extract, nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, salt, and a banana leaf. This is feeling kind of... This is feeling kind of like Southeast Asian to me, maybe? I don't know though. Batata, sweet potato. I definitely think Asian though because of this like inclusion of the pudding or dumpling thing, right? Slightly dense texture reminiscent of a pudding or dumpling. Where would coconuts be? Are coconuts like surely they're like regional, right? I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try Malaysia. And if we're cold, then it's definitely South American. Ice cold. Northeast. Northeast of... Wait, no, it's just like full on north of Malaysia. Is this like Russian? No, right? I guess I don't really know Russian food all that well, though. Oh, we're very, very off still. Okay. With the name Dakano. Well, let's try, like, Peru. Yeah, weird name, yeah. Okay. If we're thinking like northeast of Peru, maybe like Venezuela. Oh, it could be Cuban. Yeah, okay. Came back with lunch and I see food. Yeah, we're doing like a little bit of GeoGuessr. I wanted to like wrap up the GeoGuessr for today. Like all that talk about like food and spaghetti and stuff, I had to. We're not scoring too well today though. Usually I have better days. Like I'll usually get in like 1. Okay. Wheat, berries, ricotta cheese, sugar, chocolate chips, candied fruit, cinnamon, honey, nuts, cocoa powder, milk. It kind of looks like a weird oatmeal. Wheat berries and ricotta cheese. The candied fruit. The candied fruit and like wheat berries gives me a bit of like European. Honestly, anytime I see berries, I just think of like Norway, like Sweden, like Denmark, Finland. Though I'm sure like berries exist in like almost every country in a way, but I feel like a lot of the times berry dishes do come from there in my mind. Let's gosh, the wheat berries though, it'd have to be, those aren't even the same wheat berries I'm thinking. Oh wait, those things inside are the berries. Where would you grow? What countries had a lot of like wheat? Wheat and cheese. The cheese already kind of like disqualifies a lot of Asian countries. Could this be honey, nuts, cocoa powder? Somewhere with easy access to all of this. And it's made during specific celebrations. Maybe we try like Hungarian again? Oh, we're very close. Okay. So southwest of Hungary, or Hungary? Hungary is not a real place, is it? This isn't like Spanish, is it? Spain? Oh, we got colder. Kukusia. Could this be Greek? Oh my gosh, we're like really fumbling today. Rome? No. Rome is, oh, Italy. I don't know if it'd be Italy though. I don't know if this like screams Italian to me. It might be though. Let's try Italy. Oh, right in the fucking name. It's a Sicilian dish traditionally prepared to commemorate the feast of Santa Lucia, celebrated on December 13th. Pretty good. Our score is probably under par. Yeah, we're very, oh, actually, we were still better than average today. Today was a very hard day for people, it looks like. Anyways, that's enough of that. I've done it. We're okay. As long as we beat the average, I'm happy. Anyways, Urfa's meat and spice is what you got. Just straight beef. Bet.
Thanks a bunch.
You're just in time for our nightly meat bonanza. To heck with turning a profit, I need everybody to help me get my inventory out of this stall and into their stomachs. Damn, that looks good. You know, something I've always wanted to try, but I haven't had yet. There's like a Spanish cured ham, right? I'm blanking on the name, but apparently it's like really, really good. Dinner at Center Marsh after a long shift at work is simply incomparable. The offerings are so diverse that you could easily find something that suits your fancy on any given day. To say that half the reason I do business here in the first place, to say that's half the reason I do business here in the first place would be no overstatement.
Okay.
Oh, isn't kinda the shy girl in Old Town? What's she doing out and about? I thought she never left the store? Or is this a different like kind of engineer looking girl? Thanks for coming, Agnes. I guess Van's still out of town, huh? We haven't actually had a chance to check the bulletin board yet. Oh, we pre-aimed the bulletin board. But it sounds like you have a request for us. We'd be happy to listen to whatever's troubling you. Does it have something to do with Lashkar? Or Lashkar? Oh, kinda and Lashkar, right. Yeah, he's been working part-time at the Center Marsh recently. I'm sure you've heard that he's trying to become a bracer again, right? Ever since what happened at Cray Village, I thought he'd cooled off on the idea, but last week he started acting a little different. Kinda is related to Cray, not the shy one. And today I just can't figure out where he went. Kinda and Lashkar. They're both from Cray Village, but managed to keep from getting caught up in the disaster. Yeah, trauma doesn't always get better with time. At least not easily. Kinda, I'm sure you must be terribly worried about him. I'd like to know more about what's going on with Lashkar lately. Do you think you could give us some more information? Well, first, you remember how out of control he was last year up until the Revolution Festival, right? Yes, I remember. He had so much pent-up anger that he used to pick fights with local thugs. Then at the beginning of the year, he started living with me, and he'd actually started making some friends around the Center Marsh. I thought he had finally calmed down. But a little more than a week ago, no, maybe a little before that even, he started running off at night. It's almost like he's worse now than he was before. He'll even start crying sometimes, completely out of nowhere. He sounds pretty unstable. And on top of everything else, he came home injured yesterday. I tried asking him about what was going on, but he refused to talk and ran off again. Ever since then, I'm really bad at this, aren't I? And I think I'm supposed to be the one adult he can rely on. Please, if there's anything you can do to help him. I hope you realize this isn't all on you. We still don't have quite enough info to go on though, which means it might take some time to investigate. What do you want to do, Aggie? Let me think. This is the first time I've ever talked to an NPC before we got the bulletin request. We will do it. Yes, we'll take the case. I'm not about to leave Lashkar to suffer through his feelings alone. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I asked you for your help. We're still short on info though. Guess we'll just have to start asking around. Right, let's look for people who he has regular contact with and see if he knows anything. Or they know anything. Maybe someone over at the temple can help. Actually, he's been spending a lot of time talking to Yazan from the Center Marsh recently. Yazan has a way of getting bits and pieces of news from the underground. Lashkar was talking to him a lot back when he was getting into fights. I see. I guess the only other place worth looking would be the guild. Yeah, he spent a lot of time there last year to help out. I think he was just looking for somebody to talk to. I know there were some bracers there that cheered him up a little though. Then it sounds like the Bracers Guild may have some useful information as well. Yeah, thank you again. I know he's in good hands. Alright, let's get investigating.
Let's wrap this up quickly.
Imagine though that there was no request on the Force Brigand boards and this is just a mega hidden request that we could have missed. No marker. Tiger seems to put down in the mouth somehow. What does that mean? Down in the mouth. I don't know if I've ever heard that phrase. Goals to become a Bristol like Ward. Even getting one-on-one coffee brewing lessons from him, he's too good to me. Oh. Ward? Some customers tell me that drinking coffee too late in the day keeps them awake at night, Varies from individual to individual, however. Others say they actually sleep better after having a cup. They say that's a sign of ADHD, I think. My recommendation would be to add a generous portion of milk to a light roast. Doing so keeps its stimulating effects to a minimum without compromising the soothing aroma. This will allay your fatigue while still allowing for peaceful slumber. I highly suggest giving it a try. Although I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't have ADHD, but I also kind of get sleepy when I drink coffee sometimes. Like, there have been like days of work where I've made like coffee in the morning, right? And like over the course of like the 4 hours before my lunch, I'll just get like more and more tired to the point where I'll have to like take a nap at lunch. One of the regulars here insists that cafe lattes and the like are the only acceptable form of coffee. Oh right, he's the guy who likes his coffee hard, right? The owner is a lenient sort, so I hold my tongue around him, but the very idea reeks of ignorance. And then there was that lady over here that was like really big on tea. Or was this someone else? Or was she like just a different type of coffee? You know that man who's always sitting at the counter? He keeps claiming that coffee should be black and nothing else. But if you ask me, coffee that isn't sweet doesn't even deserve a passing sip. Okay, yeah, it was just like... She's all about the sweet. And he's all about like the black. Oh, Marielle. It does feel like there's a limit to how much information I can get in Edith. Anyways, have you found anything over in Russian? Yeah, it's just like you said. Something weird is happening with the stock market. Oh? But it's different from what happened last year, right? When the Quincy Company and net swap prices crashed. From what I remember, Valis Investment Bank was the one that came to their rescue. Exactly. It's not like their reputation was at an all-time high, but the people's faith in them has basically plummeted. However, I've actually noticed a new player in the market recently. There's this one investor. He's been buying up all sorts of property in the Republic, even in Edith. So that's what was affecting the market? Yeah, if you hadn't said anything in the first place, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it. I kind of thought it was just a lucky guess, but you've been on a real journalistic, you've got some real journalistic instinct, don't you? Well, I did have a little help. But anyways, why don't you tell me the name of that investor? I would, but all I have are his initials. It sounds like Marielle's been pretty busy lately. I want to know. This sounds important.
Let's go.
Oh, hi, Onyas. Out on the town with the Substitutes Brigands? I heard about how you handled today's incident at the academy, by the way. Mind if I get an interview later? As nice as that sounds, we'll have to pass. Aw, well, okay. You must be pretty busy anyways, if you're still at it this late at night. As for me, I've got a lead on this case that I've been dogging for a while, thanks to Ferdinand here. Now comes the part where I really have to work my butt off. You guys hang in there too, okay? Let me hear those initials. Maybe we know. Boy, Marielle's natural instinct and dog thirst for scoops really catches me off guard sometimes. But they also stoke my competitive spirit as an RG reporter. I'm gonna keep looking into this though, through my own investigative channels. They make a good pair. R.I.P. Dingo.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Oh. James and Frederica? Oh, James? What does James think about the fact that, Ronald tried to blow up the school? Can't believe Ronald would do something so stupid. Was he really the one behind today's bomb threat? Don't act like you didn't already know, especially considering how close your families are. Can't only imagine how much his dad paid you to turn a blind eye to all this. Everyone involved needs to be held responsible for his actions, including you. I can't say I disagree. I mean, the fact that I overlooked his behavior during my time as student council president, I have no excuse for what I've done. Sorry, I shouldn't have blown up on you like that. I know you've already paid more than enough for his mistakes. Perhaps, but regardless, what Ronald did was a crime, and he will not be escaping the consequences this time. Frederica, so that's how she views the situation. I think I understand why she's so jealous of Ren now. She probably doesn't want to admit Ren's doing a better job. Gotta keep her pride intact somehow. That idiot ignored my calls just for this? You're a bit of a spitfire, James. Okay, is that everyone in this area? Used books and fishing. Oh, we can probably upgrade our rod, huh?
Something you're looking for in particular?
Decrease gauge strain speed. Bet. We're gonna have the best fishing rod in all of Zemuria after this.
Talk to you later.
Reen, Lloyd, Estelle. They ain't gonna know what hit. Welcome back, Shannon. Hey, I brought everything you wanted on the shopping list. Plus a few snacks for good measure. Actually, want to hear something crazy? They gave me a ticket for the lottery while I was checking out. Why don't we try and give a wheel a spin sometimes? A lottery ticket, huh? What's the grand prize? I think it was an all-expense-paid trip to Smile Resort. Just imagine all the rare fish we could catch there. Oh, you're right. We could totally make it a fishing trip. I'm sure Kyle will be all for it, too. Alright, it's a plan. Let's try and spin the wheel tomorrow, then. Yeah. They're pretty serious about fishing, huh? You know, I've noticed it's kind of rare to see kids and teens fishing in the Republic. It's a little funny, to be honest. We know so many people in Crossbow and the Empire that are maniacs about it. Oh no, I totally forgot we had customers. Sorry for the wait, you guys. Here, why don't you take some free samples? Oh, let's go. Thank you very much. Oh, we'll be sure to put them to good use. Yeah, thanks. You guys fish too, right? Always nice to meet a fellow hobbyist. Usually our regulars are only other anglers we see. I guess there was that one guy the other day. Maybe there's a bunch more out there waiting for us to talk to them.
Okay.
Makino's grandpa owns the store. I work here part-time and Makino's running the counter today. So since we can't go and have fun together, I'm hanging back to give her some help. Kyle, on the other hand, is probably off night fishing somewhere. I've only done it a few times myself. He really needs to show us the ropes one of these days. He was talking about it. Is this guy sus?
Want to take a look?
Maybe a little.
Come again.
One sec.
Lashkar, huh? Yeah, he's been by my place a few times in the past. I'd like to ask about stuff going on in the criminal underworld. Can't count how many times I told him not to get involved in all that mess. I see. It sounds like he's been up to a lot lately. Was there anything about him that seemed different? We heard he started acting a little strange about a week ago. Huh. Unfortunately, I haven't seen him around in a few days. But you said this started a week ago. That's about all that kinda could tell us, yeah. Do you know if anything happened to him around that time? Well, about 10 days ago, I heard talk that some people from the Central East have been up to something. Got ties to the underworld too. Of course, it's just a rumor, but I figure it's something you might want to be aware of. Interesting. There's no clear connection, but it couldn't hurt to keep it in mind. A mysterious crime ring, huh? Sounds pretty shady. We don't know if they got anything to do with Lashkar, though. Right now, it's just one more possible lead. That was certainly an interesting conversation, although I can't really say we have any more information than we started with. We should talk to some more people before we rush into a decision. Hydration check. Cool. So talk to more people. Is that like implying we go to the Blacklight District? Because I don't see any more markers in this area anyways. Whereas, as much as Moses loves his board games, the poor dear has never been very good at them. Though by the looks of things, it may just be that he holds back against me in particular. Still, I consider little acts of kindness like that to be a secret behind our happy marriage. That's nice. I'd feel bad if someone let me win, though. Gotta say.
Oh, hello. Welcome. You're welcome back anytime.
Like, don't hold back, fuck me up, so I yearn to get stronger.
Feast your eyes on this.
Oh, a lot of places to check out then. Okay, so we did Center Marsh. Might as well like take a trip around Treon Tower.
Let's head out.
Maybe check out the Liberal Boutique again. See how our favorite maid is doing. Or one of our favorite maids.
Welcome to the Liberal
Treon Mall.
Boutique.
Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's
And as you
major
can see,
landmarks.
the Acerbic Tomato placed first among last month's sales. We couldn't have done it without ZCF, especially not without the import contract you negotiated for us. Well, I'm glad the tomato's doing so well. I'm sure you're just as good at selling them. Yeah, I'm sure you're just as good at selling them though. Oh, is researcher Ray the guy who was doing the tomato research in Liberal? Like the Ray name sounds super familiar. You know, I've actually heard that the Liberal Boutique's been getting a lot of praise lately, even in Liberal itself. Yeah, he was.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
There's even been some concerns that people will be so satisfied with the shop they won't even feel like they'll have to come to Liberal anymore.
You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater.
Don't hold
boutique,
back, cause next turn
and
it'll be
other
here last.
shops.
Wait, where did that come from? I mean, they're wrong though. Liberal's actually getting more tourism than ever because of you guys. Well, as an employee of the woman who proposed the shop in the first place, I'm more than pleased with how everything's turning out. Honestly, this is the therapeutic part of my trip. But anyways, I'll be expecting great things from you all. Yeah, I'll be expecting great things from you all. Come to think of it, you seem much busier than usual, right? Yeah, we actually received a request from the West Zemuria Tech Union, so I've been having to deal with this, can't talk. I've been having to deal with that this whole time. It's all over with now, though, so I should be ready to head back by tomorrow. Oh, sounds like they're both from Liberal. And that tech union they mentioned, I'm a little curious. It doesn't seem relevant to us, at least. I want to know. The tech union is big stuff. Oh, aren't you that girl that came to Basel last year with the Spriggan? Yes, and I believe you're that researcher from Liberal. Ray, was it?
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just
Dan's notes said you helped in gathering materials for some painkillers. Oh, he was that guy too? I don't know if I placed that before. I might have. It's been a little while. That's right. But anyways, if I'm remembering correctly, you're an Aramis student. That must mean you met with the ZCF's technical advisor. Technical advisor? Would that be Ren by chance? That girl's got her hands in a whole bunch of pies, huh? I can never work that hard. This is the individual who created the Acerbic Tomato through selective breeding. He may be a tad eccentric, but he's a remarkably gifted researcher. The ZCF my god, what is with my talking tonight? The ZCF is fortunate to have him. Always a pleasant surprise to have a fellow Liberalian walk through those doors.
You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Melanie? Place is
We hope
huge.
you'll have a fabulous time here.
What I learned was that the reparations bubble introduced a lot of products packed with features that need to be communicated to the customer. Recently that started to let up, now it's more about user convenience and trendy eye-catching visuals. That same philosophy ended up trickling down to the ad designs too. In this day and age, with all the info we could ever need at our fingertips, people are more concerned with style than data points. Huh. Topical. That's just the breakthrough I needed. Time to head on home and start my draft again from scratch. Scratch.
So sleepy. You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and
Let the
other
representative
various
know the
shops
change
to
in
peruse.
plans. Goodbye for now. Why do I have to take more calls off the clock?
We hope you'll have a fabulous time here.
Oh, it's not Mishi. There's an idol performance going on. Aren't they the most precious pair you've ever seen? And they dance so well together, too. Lulua's already bringing a smile to my face on a regular basis, being the sweet girl that she is. But today, she's shining even brighter than usual, you know. I think I'm finally starting to understand what all this idol business is about.
Here you'll find Trion
Right,
Tower,
she's
one of
the
major
she's the
landmarks.
girl getting taken care of, right? She's the
You'll
Lalua
also
and the
find
caretaker
Burn
stuff.
Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Manager and Natalie. So this is the
This
best
is the
With You
new
has to
Liberal
offer.
Boutique, which
All that
just
talent
opened
they've
this
got is
year.
going to waste. Their
This
stage
will
presence,
arrange
their
an imported
choreography,
goods
everything's
from the
missing the
Liberal
passion.
Kingdom.
I can barely stand to watch. How can they be okay with this? Why are you so fixated on the performance, Natalie? Your idol days are a thing of the past. Unless you're not thinking of taking it all up again, are you? You're a chansonnier now. If anything, those girls are your rivals. I know that. It's just those girls could be so much more. I know they have it in them. Just what's going on in that head of yours? They had to build a supergroup. Look, you've been in their place once, so I understand why you're still attached. But they've got nothing to do with you now. Even the agency said not to associate with them. How do you expect me to just turn a blind eye? I can't have With You making people think idols can't be any better than this.
You'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
That's quite the show.
You'll also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Hey everyone, we're with you. Thank you so much for coming out to see us.
You'll have a fabulous time here.
Oh, it's that idol group. It looks like they're having a live event here. You met them in person, right? I heard you helped them out with the request. I'm surprised they'd host an event at a mall of all places, but they still drew in one heck of a crowd. So what do I know? They may be a part of a fledgling industry, but that hasn't stopped them from capturing the hearts of all these fans.
Welcome to the Trion
Go
Mall.
off.
Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
R2D2 is still here.
Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various
Why am I
shops
standing
to
for the
peruse.
Quincy Parlor again? Time to buy more sweets.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year, to sample a range of
Hello
imported
there.
goods from the Liberal
The Quincy
Kingdom.
Parfait Grande. Oh, and 30.
They have everything
Oh, this
from
is a whole
latest
meal. This is
products
really
to
good.
expensive wines, and even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
I'm gonna buy 30.
Thank you.
After the arrest of the Quincy Company CEO, many of my friends started avoiding. Not as though the flavor or quality of sweets have changed. This fool has just been swayed by public opinion. It's rather sad, really. I don't think that's that sad, though.
Welcome to the Trion
Public
Mall.
opinion is
Here
pretty
you'll find
important.
Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll
As
also
we're going
find
on,
the
Mr.
Vern
Department of
Store,
Internal
a movie
Affairs.
theater,
Oh.
boutiques, and other various shops.
Not this again. Look, you can poke and prod all you like, but I'm not gonna blab about government secrets, Sasha.
Visit the new
Oh,
Liberal
right. This is the guy that the teacher at Aramis is like potentially gonna date. And then Sasha was the basketball manager, right? Was it that obvious? Well, whatever. I wanted to talk about something else anyways. How's it been going with Miss Sonia? You two are going on another date anytime soon? Not yet, no. I've been meaning to ask her, actually. But I wanted to know if you had any recommendations for stores she might be interested in. He's getting serious. Stores Miss Sonia might be interested in, huh? Well, I could tell you, for a price, of course. Sasha, they're government secrets for a reason. And I can buy you dessert. Yes.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Got it.
Oh, and then there's a lot of people to check up on upstairs,
You'll
too.
also find the Vern Store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
They haven't bought their phone yet.
Drop by the Vern Store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the T-phone.
Wanted to get a case for my T-phone. Figured to stop by the store on the way home.
It's a cutting
Maybe I should look into buying some after all. Why not make the best of my T-phone experience?
You won't want to miss it.
All that playing I did really wore me out. Wish we could go home now, but once Mom goes into the Vern store, she takes forever to come out. She really we should pay for her phone. I can't stop thinking about him. The mother of one of Bart's friends bought one recently. Honestly, it's really fascinating. Maybe I should talk to him about getting one. I feel like we could buy most of Zemuria like a T-phone, right?
Find Trion Tower.
I mean, how expensive could they be?
You'll also find the
And more
Vern
than a few
Store,
customers
a
asking about
movie
T-phones
theater,
today.
boutiques, and other various
Yeah.
shops to peruse.
It's my responsibility to make sure they're properly introduced.
Allow me to assist.
You'll have a fabulous time.
Okay, you know what? They might be expensive if headphones are 2,000 Mira.
Hope to see you again.
Like, what does the Mira to like real life conversion look like? Because if it's like 2,000 Mira for headphones. Oh, Elaine. If it's 2,000 Mira for like headphones.
Hello.
And 520 Mira for a screw for a highball.
Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Ooh.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other
Okay, you know
various
what?
shops to
That's a very expensive highball
Visit the
still.
new Liberal
I was thinking like, okay,
which
well,
just
like a
opened
good
this
set of
year
headphones is
to
probably
sample
gonna
a
run
range
you
of
like
imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
maybe like 120 like USD. Maybe. Like a really, really
We
good
have
set.
everything from the latest
Not the
ZCF
best set,
products
but like
to
a good
expensive
set.
wines, and even acerbic tomatoes.
Like maybe at
Please
a
check
minimum,
it out.
right? So yeah, think of it as yen. That's a good point. I probably should, considering it is a Japanese game. But some of this stuff is very overpriced. We bought some cheap headphones, or these drinks are very expensive.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here
Like,
you'll
wait.
find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
How much was Reen and Crow again?
You'll
It was
also find
50
the Vern
50
store, a
Mira?
movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
50 Mira, which is like either the equivalent
Visit the
of
new
like a
Liberal Boutique,
quarter,
which just
I think.
opened this year to sample a range of imported goods from the Liberal
Okay, yeah,
Kingdom.
Mira and the economy of Zemuria is weird. I'm sure someone out there has probably made a video about it, but
ZCF products to expensive wines.
Has
and
someone made
even
a video
acerbic
about that?
tomatoes. Please check it out.
can you imagine sitting down and like calculating the cost of living in Zemuria and what payment might be for like, I don't know, like in every like day-to-day job? Like, how has the cost of living in Zemuria changed from Sky all the way to Daybreak?
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Considering like the technological advancement,
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie
I have to
theater,
feel like it's
boutiques,
not
and other
very
various shops to
stable.
peruse. Drop by the Vern store if you want to check
Landon
out
and their
the
braces
hottest
come
new
around for drinks
commodity,
pretty
the
often,
tea
even
foam.
on some of their busy days. That's why I try to have a few non-alcoholic drinks ready for them. That's very thoughtful of you, Shino. We appreciate it. Seriously, there's a reason I'm always itching to come back. I'm glad to see your bar is so popular lately. I'm just glad to know it's up to customer satisfaction. It's always a pleasure to serve. Yeah, that inflation must hit hard, yeah. Like, they didn't even have, like, cell phones in Sky, right?
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower.
And now here we
one of
are.
Edith's major landmarks.
Trion like, a telephone
You'll
was
also find
rare,
the
right?
Vern store, a movie theater,
Like, I seem to recall that, like, only the Bracers Guilds had, like, phone lines to each other and, like, no one else.
Drop by the Vern store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity, the tea foam.
Yeah, Trion Tower is simply lovely at night. What could go better with this view than a good cocktail?
It's a
I can also
cutting-edge
mix up
piece
something
of global
non-alcoholic
technology
instead. All you need to do is
that's
ask.
lighting Calvard on fire.
All right, let's
you
move.
won't want to miss it.
Oh, hello. Are you three on a patrol? I know you must be worried after what happened today, but try not to overdo it, alright? Students need their rest after all. Given the nature of his job, you'd think Van would agree, but then he goes and brings 5 minors aboard. By the way, aren't you guys from Elaine's alma mater? Alma mater? That's right.
Welcome to the Trion
Oh yeah, I guess we
Mall.
did hear
Here you'll
something about
find
Elaine
Trion
graduating from
Tower,
Aramis, huh?
one of Edith's major
I think
landmarks.
someone said you were even in Van's class too. That you were
You'll also
both
find
on the
Vern
student
store,
council.
a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Well, now we totally just ruined the vibe they had going. Guess Van did say to be careful about
Visit
bringing
new
up the past
Liberal
rounder.
Boutique, which just opened
He
this
says all
year
the right
to
things, then
sample a
runs
range
away
of
when things are
imported goods
convenient
from
for
the
him.
Liberal Kingdom.
I suppose that's how he's always been, though. Never one to ask me for help.
We have
Is she
everything
drunk?
from the latest ZCF
Actually,
products
there's no
to
alcohol in
expensive
these.
wines,
She's just
and
like
even
this.
acerbic tomatoes. Please
Well,
check
boys
it
will be
out.
boys, as they say. Just make sure to keep a tight hold on their reins. Yes, ma'am. Maybe I shouldn't have sounded so eager. Phew. Matters of the heart sure are complicated. Alright, alright. Let's just get out of here before she comes back to her senses. Honestly. I've noticed Regina has been working awfully hard recently. As much as I appreciate her efforts, I'd rather she not stretch herself too thin.
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Of course, the same could be
Here
said to
you'll
you as
find
you all as well.
one of Edith's
Don't forget,
major
you're still only
landmarks.
teenagers. If anything serious ever happens, make sure you call the guild before it gets too out of hand, alright? Yes, ma'am, we will. Elena's experienced rewinds before too, right? Yeah, they saved her more than once before. We don't need to involve her in what's going on now, though. We can just hack it into our, hack it on our own with this one. Everything I know about Elaine's relationship with Van is from what other people have told me. Not that it's any of my business, of course. Anyways, why don't we move on to some other topic? Here's a fun fact for you. I used to go to Hardin International High School in Remferia. If you want, I could always pretend I'm one of your old upperclassmen.
Here you'll find Treon
What do you mean pretend? S&I are just your average garden variety school kids.
You'll also find
If that cat wasn't out of the bag already, I'm sure it is now.
And other various shops.
It saves the trouble of having to hoodwink the guild.
Drop by the Vern store if you want to check out the hottest new
Moonlight
commodity,
tour
the
package.
T-phone.
Wait, what did he say? Only to wind up the only single in a group of couples. Awkward, huh? Youch! Whatever, I'm here to have fun. Not worry what other people think of me.
Technology that's lighting Calvard on fire.
Have y'all ever been like third wheeled incredibly hard? Like monumentally even? There was a party that I went to, right? My buddy was having like a birthday party, right? I don't know if I've talked about this, but like every single one of my friends that came came with like their girlfriends and wives. There was not a single person that was single besides me. There were
hope you'll have a fabulous time here.
like 5 couples there, and then my ass just like hanging around. It was wild. And then like after that I was like, damn, I gotta hurry up.
Welcome to the Treon
and then
Mall.
and then
Here you'll find Treon
yeah.
Tower, one of Edith's major
Damn,
landmarks.
crazy.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater.
Oh, whatever. I'm here to have fun, not worry what other people think of me.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique.
A moonlight tour of the capital is now nearing its final stop.
A range of imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
Hey, been fifth wheeled.
They have everything
Yeah.
from the latest ZCF products to expensive wines and even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
Miss ought to be over at the movie theater right about now. I'm not sure why I'm confessing this to you, but I'm one of his biggest fans. Oh, let's go. Tyson, we see you. I collect every bit of info on him I can find. Build my schedule, run his performances, the works. Have I ever shared a picture of like the Mishi on my desk? Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture of him. I don't know if I ever took a picture.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's
He like
major landmarks.
ominously looks at me.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
As I play anything, or if I'm on my
Stop by the
computer
Vern
at all.
store if you want to check out the hottest new commodity.
He just
the
sits
T-phone.
on top of my monitor like a freak. Look at this guy. And behind the light too, he's got the god rays. At least it's like the good Mishi and not like the weird Calvard one.
That's lighting Calvard on fire. You won't wanna miss
That
it.
light's making it work, right? Yeah, I collect every bit of info on him I can find, build my schedule around his performances, the works. It may not show on the outside, but when Mishi turns up at the mall, I'm pumping my fist on the inside. Mishi! You fucking freak!
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
I came by today to visit the Mihi movie theater. Out of curiosity, did you happen to catch last year's big hit, Mishi in Boots? The adorable lead role was played by none other than Mihi.
Thank
Or
you for
Mihi.
your visit today.
It's a laid-back, feel-good type of plot. Wasn't it, like, fucked up?
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
That also doubles as a revolutionary foray into the darkness of greed lurking in every living soul.
And enjoy the film.
Oh, sounds like my kind of story. How feel good can it be with a social commentary like that? Boy, oh boy, I wonder what movies they're playing right now.
We have merchandise.
There's so many genres to choose from. This theater is like a dream come true.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Sometimes Mishi will come and pay them all a visit, even on days when there's no special events planned. It just goes to show how fond he is of this place. How, like, in character is that? Like,
Thank you for your visit today.
like, does the Mishi...
The showing on screen 1 will soon begin.
I have to think of, like, the business side of that, you know? Because it's like the theater has to be paying for
If you have
Mishi,
a
right?
ticket,
Like, this is
please
just
proceed to the
a
entrance.
job for someone. And to have, like, the like, manager and the talent just, like, hang out. They can't be doing it for the love of the game, right? There's not someone in here
We have
who
merchandise
is
for the movie
Mishi,
on sale at the shop.
right? Unless the magic is real.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Evolution Enterprise that financed Trian Mall is the same one that owns the majority of Michelin Wonderland shares? That's why they keep forcing their redesigned Mishi to slave away as the mall's mascot. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, if Valis owns Michelin and the mall,
Thank you
of
for
course
your
there's that
visit
connective
today.
tissue. That's why they keep forcing the redesigned Mishi to slave away as the
showing on
mall's
screen one
mascots
will
morning,
soon
noon, and
begin.
night. My heart goes out to him. Just talking about it is enough to bring me to
If
tears.
you have a ticket, please
So now I know
proceed to the
Mishi's always
entrance.
close by, so that's one small joy. Gonna check on a cat. Hope the cat's well. Yeah, we're just doing like a lot of housekeeping right now anyways. We're already an hour in.
We have merchandise for the movie on
And we've
sale
only
at
been
the
to
shop.
2 zones.
Why not buy a
What I like about
souvenir
movies is
to
all the fun
remember
little
your
touches
visit?
you can miss, yeah. Supporting characters, ad-lib in the background by the main cast. And one small props they show for half a second foreshadow a major plot point. We love a bit of foreshadowing. Toki.
Thank you for your visit today.
Not to be confused with Blue Archive Toki. Nope, something about this theater just rubs me the wrong way. It's completely devoid of the vintage warmth the Spirit Cinema always had. So pardon me if all these shallow trappings nestled inside a soulless shopping mall don't suit my fancy. Can we watch a movie?
Step right up.
Oh, we can. What's playing right now?
We have
Ooh.
merchandise for the movie on
Okay,
sale
we
at the
already
shop.
have Golden Calamity, so 100 days. Is this a
Why not buy a
retelling of the
souvenir to
100-Day
remember your
War?
visit?
3 tickets for 100 days? That'll be 600 Mira. The trio made their way into the theater, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. Oh, Sky OST! It's mid-July in 1192, 2 months into what will eventually be known as the 100-Day War. Under siege from the Imperial Army, which boasts overwhelming manpower, the Liberal Kingdom is on the brink of total occupation. Ransel and the Lyston Fortress is still holding strong, and soldiers all over the kingdom continue to push back against the Empire. However, the tides of war are crashing against them. The site of the battered Onsberg wall surrounding the royal city stands in testament to that. With the wall's multitude of wounded soldiers, empty cannons, and perforated ramparts, all signs point to its inevitable collapse. Among the remaining soldiers is Private First Class Rid, whose section of the wall is about to give way. Out of supplies and with no word of reinforcements, the soldiers succumb to despair as the Empire's tanks surround them. Then amidst the hellish backdrop of war, Private Rid catches a glimpse of hope in a moment that would have changed the very course of history itself. The arrival of the airship? That had to have been a fucking
How can
sight
we
to
compete with a
behold.
military of that size? I guess this really is the end. Oh, Dad. I'm sorry I wasn't a better son. I'm so sorry. What was that?
Damn.
Where did those shots come from? Above!
Yo,
I
wait,
apologize for the
Richard?
delay. The cavalry has arrived. You can leave the rest to the mobile task force. Onward to victory and glory. The time has come to win another day for our homeland!
Prepare to commence our final counter-offensive. Make the enemy tremble before the unwavering spirit of the Royal Armed Forces. Relinquish your fears and show them your pride. Victory is assured so long as we continue to press onward.
Damn.
As those words reverberated in my ears, and as the tide began to turn, I was finally able to make sense of it all. The purpose behind our fighting, and those long bloody battles, was to buy time for this moment.
What,
These airships were
Cassius?
developed in secret for three-dimensional maneuvers. Nothing like it's ever been attempted before, but
I forget the name of the
I know
general.
it'll work. However, it will require full support
like the other
from
guy.
the infantry. Men, lend yourselves to our cause. For our country. For your homeland. The fate of the kingdom rests
Morgan,
on
thank you,
this
yeah.
battle.
General Morgan, right.
Those orders put the fire back into the troops, and rekindled a sense of patriotism towards our nation. As I stood there, unaware that I was witnessing a turning point in history, I took my gun in hand and stepped onto the battlefield.
Damn. Yo, we really need like a Trails Warriors game, a Trails RTS. Because when I was like visualizing that like airship overhead shit, I couldn't help but think of y'all remember the opening cinematic for StarCraft Brood War? And like they're in the trenches and like they look up and see the battle cruiser. I was like, damn. So, 100 Days is a film about the 100-Day War that took place 17 years ago in Liberl. Honestly, I expected the film to be longer, given the subject matter. For sure, they did a great job explaining it all in a way that was easy to follow. Ren told me a little bit about her adoptive father, but I never knew he was that amazing. Though I suppose I don't really know if that's what he was actually like. I think he's currently ranked Lieutenant General. We've never met him in person either. Of all the movies we could have picked, we chose an educational one. We're such great students. I think we deserve a reward for our good deed. I'm gonna help myself to the boss man's tea cakes. You realize you're going to incur the wrath of Van again, right? Oh right, they have a brochure for sale. They aren't showing the movie outside of Edith yet, so maybe I should buy one for Van? So thoughtful. Having finished their break, the three of them resumed their work. I really do miss the like flavor text they had for this though. Even if they didn't really like divulge too much. The fact that it's just like SCLM chain and like SCLM support enhancement.
Thank you for your visit.
Something about this theater just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah. Same.
Showing on screen.
How come his chat is not going away? All told, I can't deny that Stardust Cinema has a halfway decent lineup. 100 Days, now there's a masterpiece worth seeing. This place deserves a little more credit from me if they're willing to show a film as hard-hitting as that. Ah, that's the one we watched. Wouldn't you know it?
That's quite... Oh.
Yeah, Najib and Jimmy. How about it? Think I can pass through a fashion forward Metropolitan? I don't think it'll be quite that easy. Your sense of style is non-existent? I mean... Is he that bad? He's at least got his colors. But like, I would probably have a different... pants. What are those, like high waters? I don't know if I like that look on him. You got a good figure, but your sense of style is non-existent and your hair is looking kind of dry. Buying a new full body ensemble will mean nothing if you aren't conscious of these things on a daily basis. It's okay to sugarcoat things a little. He's not going to sugarcoat it. They say the road to becoming fashionable is a long and hard one, but I know it isn't impossible. Flattery isn't really my strong suit, though my manager assured me that isn't necessarily a bad thing. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. Nisa, lock in! If a customer wants my opinion, I suppose I'll just be honest.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
Oh, it's
You'll
Giordano.
also find the Vern store, a movie theater,
Here's your stop,
boutiques,
brother.
and other various shops to peruse.
You're a real hep cat bringing a girl from out of town now. Happening spot like this.
Visit the new
View at
Liberal
night from the
Boutique,
observatory
which
is
just
nothing
opened
like
this
you ever
year,
seen before.
to sample a range
I
of
bet that little
imported
jewelry
goods
box
from
is gonna
Liberal
blow that
Boutique.
little lady's mind. What? Wait, was he supposed to say that?
From the latest ZCF products to expensive
Don't mention that, I should figure it out. Still, I really can't thank you enough, sir.
Check it out.
It was a lovely ride. We appreciate you recommending us all those places to visit too. Hold the butter, sister. I'm just doing my job. Lady Luck deserves all the credit for this once-in-a-lifetime drive. You ever need another lift, just give old Giordano a holler, you dig? You ask me, ferrying folks around ain't just a physical journey, but an emotional one too.
Welcome to
Like
the
this pair of
Treon
cool
Mall.
cats.
Here
When
you
I brought them
find
over
Treon
here,
Tower, one of
the
Edith's
bond they
major
share came
landmarks.
along for the ride. A car can
You'll also
connect
find the
two
Vern
hearts
store,
together the
a
same way it
movie
does
theater,
two places.
boutiques, and
Now,
other
if that
various
ain't
shops to
poetic,
peruse.
I don't know what is.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year.
Giordano
To sample a
out
range of
here
imported goods
making
from the
dreams a
Liberal
reality. Okay. Center Marsh done, Treon Tower done. Zayden?
Let's head out.
Yeah, I want to like sit down and like I've kind of been considering taking some like voice acting lessons. I feel like that'd be kind of fun, but like I don't know, as like a hobby, I don't know, because I would love to learn more accents and stuff. I hear like a lot of voice acting is just being able to do like different accents, like that's a very big part of it. I don't really know too many. Like having that like, I don't know, that like hard-boiled cop noir. If I could learn that, that'd be pretty cool. Thank you for your help in apprehending the suspect. Even though the threat of Armada has been eliminated, we still have a number of criminals on our streets. For the safety of all our citizens, we must remain vigilant. Like I've been getting a lot of because I follow like a lot of VAs, right, on Instagram, on like reels and stuff too. So like recently I've been seeing like reels from Greg Chun, who we know as more Metaphor and Yagami and oh man, I'm blanking on his name right now, and Nanba like a dragon. And I guess he does like voice classes. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. He's got a lot of like helpful tips too. Not that I've actually really used any of them, but I feel like it'd be fun. Like if I ever got back into like DMing games for people, like tabletop wise, being able to do other voices would be pretty cool. Oh, and speaking of Zemurian inflation.
Let's see here.
Yeah, 220 mira for a canned coffee. Huh. The sweet coffee is less expensive than the unsweet. Yeah, pretty standard yen, yeah. Yeah, this tracks for yen. And even thinking about it like in like a USD standpoint too. If like a 50 mira coin is like a quarter, That's just 4 quarters for like a can of wheat tea. That makes sense. That's just $1. Inspector informed me you have captured the suspect. Want to thank you again for going through the trouble. Weren't you a member of Arkwright Solutions last year? I guess that means you remember me. Well, we make it a point to remember those involved in that line of work. That being said, where's your leader? Don't tell me you had something to do with the arrest was made. Anyways, it looks like you're here with a few friends of yours. Try not to get too rowdy, alright? Guess it makes sense that the police don't trust people working in the shadows. Doesn't seem like he's aware we're filling in for Van, though. Yeah, but I kind of feel like he has suspicions. Or he has his suspicions. Anyways, leave the rest to us. Fixers shouldn't be sticking their nose into police business after all. Yeah. I know you're eager to help, but you can't put yourself in danger. Receptionist Kiara. I heard Aramis Academy received a bomb threat. I imagine the students aren't feeling very safe at the moment. People tend to get a bit paranoid about crime in situations like these. It's completely understandable. However, we'll accept all sorts of tips from the public, even if it's just a hunch. After all, the police are on the side of the people. There haven't been, like... I might need to think about that. I was wondering when you'd show up. Hey, Agnes, we've really been putting our backs into the investigation for all this. I mean, the school even wants us to hold a briefing for all parents and guardians. Man, they're just gonna use it to tear us a new one. This sucks. You guys seem pretty busy. I hope everything goes well. Come on, Nate. No need to cry to civilians about all this. Anyways, don't you worry about us, Agnes. It's all part of the job. Yeah, I guess you're right. And the least we can do is help everyone feel a little safer. You know, we're actually getting kind of swamped with all these cases lately. They're really starting to pile up on us. Sounds like you got it pretty rough. Try not to screw it up, okay? I mean, we wouldn't have to put in so many hours if you guys just managed to do your job. Nadia! It's a little much, don't you think?
All right, let's move.
As a member of the police force, I'd like to thank you all for your work today. At the same time, however, I want you to prioritize your own safety. So no more sticking your nose in dangerous situations, alright? Yes, you may be substitute brigands, but remember, you're still civilians. And don't you go forgetting that. Man, gotta write up reports for the investigation. Huh? Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh well, it probably wasn't anything important. And then, she is still painting Treon Tower. She is, Marikita is nothing if not dedicated. 2 games. Probably like a whole year, right? Can't believe they said something was missing. I made a painting can only portray so much. I released a drawing that depicted everything that happened, and for some reason it was evaluated to be a warped world as seen by a disturbed artist. I think none of them were able to see what I was trying to portray. Does this mean I failed as an artist? Nah, I think that's not a bad thing. I will conquer Treon Tower. When I do that, they'll simply have no choice but to recognize me. Kalia and Munt. It's nice to see you again, Kalia. I hadn't expected to cross paths in Calvard. Surely our reunion is due to the divine guidance of Arusha. Maybe I should follow my father and Chips more often. Yo, wait, Munt is kind of like raising her up? I'm glad you seem to be doing well, Munt. I know it's kind of nice to be able to talk face to face again. Writing letters can be so tedious. If only our fathers could get along. Thought my father had meddled out a bit, but alas. Yo, this like 8-year-old using alas is wild. I'm sure we can foster a much better working relationship over the next few years. Yo, wait, okay, maybe not 8, maybe like 12. Of course we can. It's rare for us to meet like this. Why don't we take the chance to learn a little more about one another? I've only been able to speak with Kalia by letter ever since Starbad. I hope we'll have a chance to do much more in the future. I'd like to marry her in order to mend the fracture between our family. Damn! However, for that to happen, I need to strengthen our relationship. Perhaps it would be wise to go into business together while we're still young. If we were able to make a shared profit, our families would have no choice but to come to a compromise. One can sound a little too much like a grown-up sometimes. I mean, yeah, that was very grown-up talk. But I can tell just how kind he is through his letters. It would be nice to be better friends with him in the future. Considering how stubborn my father is, however, I'm not sure what to do. If he were to know of our friendship, I'd likely see Munt even less than I do already. Yo, this 12-year-old is on a grind set. These must be like the dads. Well, if it isn't Patriarch Bashar of all people to run into the, Patriarch Bashar of all the people to run into in the Republic. Huh. I assure you the feeling is quite mutual, Marcus. Marquise. Unfortunately, I had an errand to perform at the Republic branch of the Velis Investment Bank. I trust that explanation is to your satisfaction. I suppose that's not out of the ordinary, no. You and Valis truly are as thick as thieves. Fine then, do as you please. We'll see just how long you can avoid their grasp. Seems you're as optimistic as ever, Marquis. Well, I'll go ahead and pretend I never heard that snide remark of yours. I suppose that leaves me with the upper hand for now. Actually, what do you say to me putting in a good word for you with Valis? How dare you mock me? I would never betray the royal family like that, you swine. Haters to the end. Perhaps okay. Haters to lovers? Enemies to lovers, I mean? Patriarch Bashar has acted so conceited ever since he signed a contract with Valis. It's infuriating. Just where did his sense of self-worth run off to? It's hard to believe he's the same man I competed with in the past. Now he's reliant on some other company's backing? Well, no matter. My number one priority will always be to fulfill my role as a noble of the duchy. I simply need to finish this errand at the embassy and I can return to my room. Responding to such a cheap taunt, I see Marcus Dahar still has a lot to learn. He's as uptight about the Alisheim nobility as ever. I wish we could return to how we were in our younger days, you see. He made for an intriguing business rival back in the day. We love our rivalries.
Allow me to assist.
Could mean something different in Trails, though.
Hope to see you again.
You're looking for Manager Rumsfeld. He's currently in the process of making a report to the president of the Bank of Edith. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy to forward it along.
I understand why you might think that. However, consider this.
President Jennifer? Expansion. Check off items on the list. You've never been very receptive of the ideas of the other executives in the past. You all deserve a proper president for one. She's really turning over a new leaf, you won't see me complaining. Polanski is currently busy with his political activities, so my plan is to cozy up to the Republican Party. Or it has been paused. At least I was able to gain a good bit of knowledge by speaking with them last year. Now I need to focus on my real work. Always with the politics in this hotel. Never expected our president to change so much. Maybe she had other life-altering experiences. I know you. You're the substitute Spriggans that helped Eddie the other day. And if I remember correctly, you're the girl that was part of Arkwright Solutions last year. I'd like to thank you all once again. You're very much welcome. They told me a little of what happened to Eddie. By the way, I heard you went back to Old Town recently? Yes, I wanted to meet Eddie's mother at the general store, and help me understand him a bit better, I think. You see, he had plenty of his own problems to deal with. We're quite similar in that regard. Anyways, I hope to be better friends with Eddie from here on. I see. Sounds like things are going in a good direction for you two. Either way, Eddie should be safe for the time being, so there's no need to worry about that at least. I imagine you must be under a lot of pressure, Miss Berzelia. So I'm glad you have a friend to lean on when things get hard. Plus, interacting with different people gives you a new perspective on life. Well, hearing that from someone like you is quite convincing indeed. Next time I speak with Eddie, I'll have to see if I learned something new from him. As for me, I decided to become an adult my father can be proud of. Unfortunately, I was a bit foolish in the past, but I've decided to start anew, beginning with my studies. I know it's going to be hard, but I hope to graduate from a famous school, and in time I mean to earn a position that can lend support to my father. Hard-boiled mention, Aru mention. Young Miss has been rather interested in studying lately, so I've been doing my best to help her. It would seem her resentment for the president has been resolved. She's much more optimistic than she's been in the past. I believe she's come to understand not only her father's feelings for her, but the responsibilities he holds as a representative of the Bank of Edith. She now wants to become an adult that can support her father among his many challenges. At least that's what it seems like. Speaking of Aru, I don't know if I've talked about that, like, is it the 6th PV? Or is it the 7th? That new one that came out with the what were they called again? Like the game development team? Yo, they're kind of cooking again. I might have to hop back on for the story. Cause like that trailer was gas. How is she still his girlfriend? Can't believe he'd do this to me. Nate and I were supposed to go on a date tonight, but he never showed, and he still hasn't called either. After begging and begging to go on a date with me, this is what he does? I'll never forgive him. Yo, Nate is the worst.
Okay.
Nate actually sucks. This girl is putting in so much effort for this. Nah, it's crazy. Okay. Manager Rumsfeld is currently briefing the president at the moment. That's why he's in here. However, as always, keeping the hotel and all its guests safe is our duty. Please rest assured that we will remain as vigilant as ever. Manager Rumsfeld seems to have mellowed out considerably these past few years. He's even been more tolerant of the young Mrs. association with that boy Eddie. Yeah, the game development club is just called that. If this were the past, he would have to undergo hours of rigorous questioning just to lay eyes on the young miss.
All right, let's move.
Yeah, because I haven't really been playing a lot of the story for Blue Archive in a while.
Oh, I'm so in love with
And that's kind of what I'm mostly interested in, because like they do really good jobs when it comes to like character writing and like scenarios. But I only read up until the end of the final chapter. So I haven't read any of the stuff where like Hoshino is like crashing out. And like anything that happens after that. Looks like someone's calling me on my personal T-phone. You see, my company gave me a T-phone for use for work lab. Oh yeah, he's the gooner, right? Oslo, he was the guy who was looking up like he was looking up stuff on his company phone and then like got a virus. Recently decided to purchase one for myself. I can't be using my work T-phone for private stuff after all. I plan to use both so that I can avoid mixing my work and personal life. I work in consulting, so frequent contact with our clients is expected. We tried loaning out T-phones to them as well last year, but it seems they're available for sale on the general market now. That's why I figured I'd buy one for personal use. Besides, I ran into some problems last year with looking at personal stuff on my work unit.
So
We remember.
sleepy.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Welcome to Erland, would be the first time here. Some flavor. I might have been speaking too loud, didn't mean to startle you. The manager seems to think my energy is a good thing. Miss Sonia. Oh, Miss Sonia! She's in her casual attire! Sasha said Edward prefers a more calm and natural look, right? This store is a little on the expensive side though. Maybe it's okay to splurge a little. I caught up to the new school's main story. I still haven't completed the new Obito story. Okay, yeah, see. Actually, that is where I stopped too. But I haven't read the new school. So it's the new school that I haven't done. Onward, right?
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Yeah, so I have a lot to catch up on. This is actually not great. I won't buy that.
I hope to see you again.
Welcome to Airline Boutique. Excuse me. Did we get something else for balling out here? The people who helped me out the other day? You're that girl those Desire thugs kidnapped. I remember now, you're that girl who was always hanging around the basketball team. You look right as rain, love to see it. I've also heard about you, I'm really glad you're safe. What you went through must have been traumatic. Listen, if you ever need to talk about what happened, we'd be happy to lend an ear. Well, what, you want to be my therapist? I appreciate the concern, but I'm alright, really. Nothing happened since then, so I think I'm in the clear. But in case I'm wrong, Simon and the rest of the gang will protect me for sure. I'm relieved to hear that. It sounds like you have a good support system. If something does happen, though, please don't try to face it alone. Kirk just was marching to the beat of his own drum. Actually, I shouldn't single Kirk out. All the guys here have their own little quirks. But that's what makes hanging around them so fun. It's part of why I enjoy working with the team as much as I do. Talk about an easy win. I mean, I could have won that with that match blindfolded. Are the other district teams that weak? That said, my teammates need to up their game too. I scored half the damn points in that game. Yeah, cause you hogged the damn ball. Simon wasn't blowing smoke when he said you were cocky as all get out. For real, like your arrogance is totally off the charts. Hey, if you got time to quibble, you got time to dribble. Let's get in some more practice, yeah? It was tough watching that sorry performance you guys put on, and if you want, I'd be down to help whip you guys into shape. Holy crap, did I hear that right? Kirk's offering to help us practice? Did hell freeze over when I wasn't looking? You know, I guess he has mellowed out a little lately. Did something happen to you, man? Oh, shut the hell up. If you're gonna make fun of me, I'm not helping you. Simon's keen on playing one-on-one games with beginners, but I'm not doing that. No way, Jose. I'd rather watch grass grow than play against newbies. Total waste of my time. And now I'm being forced to help my weak-ass teammates practice. Life sucks, man. Simon, I'm here to beat you. Hey, those substitute Spriggans who helped follow Nettie out of the jam we were in. I didn't get a chance to thank you earlier, so I'll say it now. Thanks. Don't mention it. Just glad he didn't end up getting hurt. Alright, you got wrapped up in something while I was away, right? I heard you ran into some trouble with Desire. Oh hey, you up for a game of basketball? Well, it sounds like fun. Did you know that Simon is actually the head of the basketball team here? Yeah, but said team is just made up of street basketball players. It's alright though, the other guys and I just enjoy the sport, and we love going toe-to-toe with strangers. Lately we've been practicing and playing games with people who are new to the basketball and wanted to give it a spin. Oh, well, I'll definitely think about trying it out. We'd love to play with you, and if you need someone to show you the ropes, I'm your man. Let's do it! Are we ever gonna get like a hard difficulty?
Okay, let's begin.
Oh.
Too bad.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Oh man! Yo, this guy actually kind of knows how to like get around.
Nice moves.
Got it.
Too bad I can't shoot. Unlike me. Aw, damn.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
Nice moves.
He will not be making a shot.
Nice moves.
Huh. Managed to eke out a win.
I don't think I took a picture with Swin. You're good. Sure wasn't expecting to take a loss. That was a good wake-up call for me, honestly. Here, feel free to take these. You sure you don't mind? Think of it as a little thank you gift. Let's play again sometimes. I want to keep honing my skills after all.
Next up is a lovely little team. Time for
Always be
something.
ballin'.
Another swig. Hey, welcome.
Ooh, that sounds good. Garlic kushiyaki? Honestly, just a big fan of garlic.
Don't be a stranger.
Like the chicken I made. God, I'm getting hungry. The chicken I made was like... I put 3 tablespoons worth of garlic into a bag for every 4 chicken thighs. We use garlic, by the way. We don't like crush like fresh garlic. Maybe a little too much effort for me, to be honest. But I mean, if the only downside to using garlic is that it's like weaker than fresh garlic, I'll just use more garlic, you know? Maxim. Oh, that's Maxim and Aslan? Isn't he a Z1 racer too? He's always in the news. Sorry to intrude on your day like this, but I just really wanted to buy you a drink. By the way, I heard you set a new record in your last race. Seems you're building quite the reputation. Well, thank you. I'll always welcome praise from Maxim Lugan. Just so you know, though, I intend to give you a run for your money. Try not to hold a grudge against me next time we face off. Huh, that's the spirit. I look forward to the challenge. You might be catching up on my times, but I never relinquish the champion's seat so easily. And I'd expect nothing less. You're what I've always wanted to be, Maxim. So see you in the finals, Red Comet. It'll be the greatest showdown yet. You know, the skewer's pretty good, but I should be heading back to the circuit for now. Need to get my blood pumping with a few laps. I've got to try to bring out your best after all. Oh, I figured. That's why I ordered a non-alcoholic drink for you. Just know you won't be getting one over on me that easily.
So sleepy.
We haven't seen Yume in a while. What's she up to? We haven't seen Paulette in a while. What's she up to? Okay, one more person to talk to here and then we can move on from this district. Still fawning over cars, Alan? That's why cars feel sturdy as always. Okay. When you think about it, luxury cars, you think Etoile. That's why I always dreamed of owning one of their cars. You know, I can't say I've ever really had like a dream car. But I was at a car dealership yesterday. And being next to like new cars and like sports cars and stuff, it's kind of wild how like different that life feels to me when I was next to it. Like I could never imagine myself stepping out of like a sports car. They feel so like low to the ground. But I do really enjoy cars. But like, I don't know if there's ever been one that's been like, damn, I gotta have that. That's like the car I want for my life. Yeah, recently you're more into EVs. Yeah, I'm more into them for like the practicality. Like recently we picked up a Chevy Bolt because they were like pretty affordable as far as like EVs on the market were concerned. And yeah, I mean, I've been really liking it. It's not like we're doing any like cross country like driving too, so like the whole argument of like, oh, what if you don't run into a charging station or like anything like that just doesn't really cause any issues for me. And we had like a charging station installed in the house recently too. It's been really nice. I like I've been liking electric vehicles.
Oh, I'm so in love with this brand.
Yeah, and even then too, like if I had to stop at like a charging station, right? It's not a big deal for me. I'm fine with just like sitting around exploring for like 40 minutes. If it means like that's how long it takes to get my car filled. But yeah, I mostly just went for that since it was like the most affordable option. There are like a ton of other like electric vehicles on the market, but for whatever reason, I think the Chevy Bolt just seemed like the least expensive for like being something that's electric and like suiting our needs. Not sponsored, by the way. Oh, it's so bright here. Yeah, functionality number 1, yeah. You know what? If there is something I would want, okay. So there are 2 vehicles that I think about. One is the Super Cub, the Honda Super Cub. I think it's Honda. That's like kind of like moped looking ass thing, specifically because of fucking anime product placement. The anime really made me want to get one. And then also like maybe like I wouldn't be able to like pinpoint exactly which truck, but it would be nice to have a not modern truck, like an old truck. Like before they started to get really, really big, and they still served like a purpose. You know what I mean? Because I feel like with American cars and like American like car mentality, when it came to trucks, they kind of just kept getting bigger and bigger. But like the bed space on the trunk kind of seemed the same every time. But like the bodies, like the trucks would get lifted, everything would get bigger, but it still served the exact same function.
I've got some delicious ice cream.
So if I got like one of those older, smaller trucks, like I'd be okay with that. I'd like that. I feel like I could get a lot done with a truck. Yeah, I'm more of a bike fan, but it won't be permitted in your country. Aw, dang, that sucks. Yeah, bikes are really cool. Yeah, FF7 Cloud Bike, peak.
Welcome.
Yeah, in my time when I was in like Vietnam and stuff, it's crazy how prevalent like bike and like scooter culture is compared to like the US. Because on God, crossing the street in Vietnam, a little scary. Like I know it's safe, but I swear when I was there, it felt like I was playing Frogger half the time. With how many like scooters and bikes were like just crossing the street and you just kind of had to go. Like they're good for it.
There sure are a lot of fish here.
But like to drive out there, I feel like you got to be built so different. It's so easy to drive in the States. Driving anywhere else just seems so scary to me. Yeah, it's natural selection. It's like you'll walk on like a busy street and have like 30 to 40 like mopeds all going at the same time. Like all kind of like relatively close together. It's like the amount of awareness you have to be on the streets and avoiding like collisions like that. Incredible to me. Lucia, how's the job going? Always works up to sweat keeping up this place tidy. Even a part-time job can be fun. Now I just wish my brother would understand that. Was the brother the neat? What was up with that? Yeah, even pro cyclists lose to general public bikers, right? Little brother is at that complicated age, his rebellious phase. There's a bit of a rift between us right now, him on one side, me and my dad on the other. Compared to last year, a little push in the right direction, things should work out okay. As I thought, the current fashions are reflecting the previous year's EGC trends a little earlier than usual. Oh, he's drinking boba. The event itself had been delayed for a day due to extenuating circumstances, but its impact on social fabric is nothing short of phenomenal.
Welcome! Thank you for coming! Please stop by again!
I see the cat's not on the chair anymore. I hope it's okay.
Agnes, long time no see. Your student council duties have been keeping you busy, I take it.
Hello, Mr. McMillan. Sorry for not stopping by for so long. But yes, we've had a lot of preparations to make for the school festival and graduation ceremony.
Ah yes, the academic year is ending soon, isn't it? I must say, time truly does fly. At any rate, be sure not to overextend yourself, and you're welcome to stop and rest here anytime.
Wow, Aggie, you and the owner talk to each other like old pals. Well, I used to visit with friends from time to time before I started working for Van. We would even host our student council meetings here every so often. Student council meetings? Hanging out in cafes together. I guess those are just the kinds of things normal kids our age get up to. It's one of the students to visit that cafe, hardworking attitude. Good on him. Oh, the cat's here. Kageyoshi, what's good? I can never tell what's going through his little guy's head. Just look at him, staring at the night sky all pensive like.
That air of ennui only makes Kageyoshi all the more lovable. That said, I suspect that he only gets this way when he senses something's on the horizon. He would behave similarly last year, after which some incident or other was close to follow.
People do say that an animal's sixth sense is nothing to sneeze at. Maybe we should keep this one in mind. Is he staring at the sky? It looks like he's staring at the wall. Oh, but maybe the window? Okay. My husband works for international trade. He's been especially busy for the past year or so. Eddie said that his work is getting less busy soon. We'll be able to spend more time together. Not a deadbeat. Oh, this is where Lyle works. That's new, right? The owner just gave me the go-ahead. Said you have only got 30 minutes after closing though. I'll try and help out to speed things up. Oh, are they doing some location shooting in the cafe? That's cool. That'd be great, Lyle. Are you sure it's alright for you to get home so late though? Can I try talking to Kageyoshi with Agnes? Oh, okay. Right after this. Should be fine. I did some meal prepping earlier in the week, and my mom can handle putting the kiddos to bed. If I had to do that too, I wouldn't have the room to squeeze in a night shift. Hey guys. You in the middle of work right now? Well, something like that. Well, you really put in the hours, huh? I could say the same for you three. Yeah, filming at a cafe this late at night? That sounds like some serious overtime. Well, you know how it is. We'll just have to make sure that the takes we get are worth it. Agnes!
Right.
Yeah, nothing with Kageyoshi and Agnes.
Got it.
I'm expecting that means that there's something there later. The cafe after hours makes for a pretty spicy atmosphere though, don't you think? Or, don't you think? What would I love to get it on behind closed doors with a cute coworker, or a beautiful customer, or Lyle. In front of my salad? You know, I was just about to have a change of heart about you, Lyle. My mistake. At least he's consistent.
Leave it to me. Okay.
Is that one murder freak still up here? Yeah, okay. I'll never forgive myself for this. They managed to catch the counterfeit dealer Magisa, a living legend. I missed every second of it. People even reported spotting her at this very cafe. Oh, why couldn't it have been one of them? Still, she's never been one to learn her lesson. Maybe someday I'll get a chance to see her in the flesh.
Now play.
What can I get for you? Thanks for shopping.
Oh. Wait. Quick check. Season's already changing though. Maybe it's time thought up of a new product that captures the spirit of spring.
Hi there. Want to try something?
Oh no, I don't like that. I was about to say, oh, yellow popcorn. That's kind of normal, right? Popcorn flavored with a delectable mixture of butter and lemon. I like lemon. I really like lemon. I don't know if I would fuck with it in popcorn, especially a popcorn with butter.
Come again.
You know, that was something of a bit of a culture shock for me too, back when I was in Vietnam too, rolling back to that. Because I watched a couple of movies out there, right? And they have their popcorn like sweet and salty. And over here, like in the States, it's like kind of all butter. And like whatever else you want to throw on there after the fact. Like some theaters around me have like powders that you can add to your popcorn. And that's kind of what like the movie popcorn vibe is, you know? Like, of course we have like caramel corn and other things like that, but I feel like you generally don't find those in like movie theaters. And I remember the popcorn being like so sweet out there. Like the first time I got it, I didn't realize realized that it was going to be sweet, so it like totally threw me off. Yeah. You know, everyone was bashing Quincy Company for a while after the giant scandal. Recently, they seem to have bounced back and sweets are sounding like normal again. Anything fresh made is out of my price range though, so I'll probably stick with something easier on the wallet like the Quincy Bell line. So what's up with the theater? Can we just not go in here anymore? Thank you, Hermes. Hopefully we'll be able to make the adjustments in time. Glad to hear it. I'll keep an eye out on your for your reopening. Oh, if it isn't Arkwright's part-timers. I heard about what happened over at Aramis. Sounds like it was only a reg away from total catastrophe. Good job stepping in on time. You just might put your boss to shame. That may be overselling it. Speaking of sales, I've got a backlog of deliveries to make, so my hands are a little tied right now. But if you're ever in need, I can hook you up with some anything from blast suits to bulletproof vests. Just give me a holler if things start getting dicey. Aw, that's sweet of you, bike lady. We're trying to cut down on shootouts and bomb threats. I have to wonder why you're even sourcing those things. Still, it's good to know we have someone to count on if things really do hit the fan. Thank you very much, Hermes. She's just one of Calvard's many mysteries. Nice work handling the situation over at Aramis. Don't relax just yet though. Something unusual's brewing these days. I can smell it in the air. Best to tread lightly, especially when you straddle the line between light and shadow the way we do.
A story of blood-stained earth, and of how
Thanks to Miss Hermes here, we finally have the components we've been missing. With how old this theater's facilities are, we felt the need to bring its equipment into the modern era as much as possible. Finding parts that are compatible with our rather antiquated cooling units, however, proved to be quite a challenge. Now that things are sorted out though, it's just a matter of finishing up construction. It won't be much longer before we make our grand reopening.
So that's what happened. Well-known sloth. Didn't realize he bought a T-phone sloth. Actually bought it with the money I got from selling that old brick. T-phone's a thing of the future. Apparently a number of people registering the social medias through the roof too. Are they gonna do something with the social media and the T-phones? Like the people are gonna get mind controlled through the T-phones or some shit? You know, getting your hands on one, it's kind of expensive. I can always ask you to look up stuff for me, right? Now that I bought a T-phone, it'd be best not to waste my money's worth of it. Horbone has been flooded with rumors ever since more people started using T-phones. That's really not my scene though.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh. The family elders are opting to bide their time. There's no telling which way the situation will lean. The council has ceased providing any instruction. Self-preservation is our only recourse. I have my opinions on the situation in Longport, but as a humble cook who only happens to be trained in martial arts, it's not my place to share them. Yeah, it was pretty fucked up over there in Longport. We could tell that much from Aselja Way. I already knew he was part of Hayway, but the way those two are reacting suggests it goes deeper than that. I shall continue exercising my culinary skill only when the situation demands will I resort to martial prowess. On a semi-related note, Kunming seems to be more spirited than usual for some reason. The chaos in Longport is bound to affect all of Hayway. We'll preserve the foundation of our family if nothing else, but what extent will the Luz manage to do the same? It isn't Substitute Spriggans, any other part-timer from last year with you? So about that monologuing just now, you were letting us eavesdrop on purpose? Definitely concerned about what Van is going through over there, though. It all falls under Hayway's internal affairs. Arkwright Solutions is doing their fair share to restore order to Longport. We were there. I'll keep probing around on my end, but the current situation in Longport is unpredictable from start to finish.
What would you like? Please stop by again some...
Miss Mouse seems pretty strung out over everything going on in Longport. Okay. Less Miss Mal has to worry about. I'm gonna knuckle down so she and Callahan can focus on what's important. Good for her. Oh, Polanski and Huckleberry. Certainly an interesting suggestion. An economic policy such as that might attract more investors to the market. You said it came from that one young senator we were talking about before. It's one of the items in the formal proposal he submitted to me last week. It's a departure from the course taken under the Republican Party's administration, so it's unlikely to be popular with more conservative members. Both I and the former President Rocksmith believe it's the least worthy of consideration. There certainly are some stubborn mules in the mix, aren't there? I won't throw my lot in with any particular faction. But a slight change of course is nothing to fuss about if the aim is to compete with the current administration. Didn't expect that for you, Mr. Huckleberry. You usually bet on more stable investments. I've known Mr. Huckleberry for quite some time. You could call him a mentor in economics and investment in a sense. He's a source of much valuable insight to me. I never trouble him for political support. Polanski and I have been pals for 40 years now, which means I'm always swapping opinions. Yeah, I remember the name Senator Ryan. Yeah, we saw him earlier. We're gonna get very deep in the political woods, I imagine, with like Prince Sherrod and like the princess and all that. The man's too serious for his own good. Rocking the boat is what an opposing party's supposed to do. I've got no intention of backing any party. My only plans for the big day are playing Mahjong in Old Town. Oh, right! This is fucking, the guy in the spa. Crazy. We witnessed him lock in real time. Not just on the newspaper. I already followed the magazine serialization of Bravely Legends, but I'm looking forward to reading the latest volume. Comics are really incredible though, the graphics, the characters, everything just pops right out of the page. That's why he wants to be a comic artist. Only my dad saw it that way, he just writes it off as kiddie stuff. Just talking about it makes me sound depressed, or feel depressed. Hand to heart, I consider comics to be a respectable art form, but my dad feels the opposite. See, so the ones over there work well as supplementary references. I'll have to say data collection is a lot less of a chore when you own a T-phone. I have a much easier time choosing which books to actually buy as source material.
Oh, please take as much time as you need. I hope to see you again.
You're Albert's Fernandez, aren't you? Okay. A little embarrassing to know Albert talks about Agnes. Is Albert a frequent customer or something? Ooh, maybe he's got a hots for a certain beautiful bookstore owner? Or... Sorry to disappoint, but it's more that he works for us part-time. He's quite a dedicated employee. We're very lucky to have his help. I can definitely see how Albert's meticulousness could come in handy here. Thank you for giving him a chance to show that. Now that I think about it, it's been nearly a year since Albert first started working here. He was so bashful in those early days, but now he's practically an old hand at this. Maybe I should hire another part-timer when April rolls around, then Albert would have someone to mentor.
Three-point heat. Now playing at a theater near you. Take wing.
Oh, Peter's gonna be an actor?
And blaze a trail for those who
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't think you'd be the type. I mean, you're kinda, well, boring. Hold on, doesn't that place have a partnership with your father's company? You didn't force them to let you in, did you?
On a journey.
Oh, stuff it. For your information, I passed their audition fair and square.
The saga of Ravana.
How'd you even know my dad had connections to them anyways?
Now playing.
But whatever. All that matters is that I finally got my third-rate foot in the door. Once I make it big, you'll never be able to call me boring again. Oh, so in other words, you were envious of Sam's new modeling career. I'll admit, though, this burst of ambition isn't a bad look on you. Best of luck, Peter, you may need it.
Band of soldiers managed to survive.
Peter and wannabe actor don't really fit together in my mind, but who knows? What Peter does is his business, so we won't lose any sleep over it. I'm not sure getting peer pressure in a career path is the wisest choice of action. My dad's company turns out supporting cast members or B-movie actors at best. Can only go up from here. And then the two lady cops. Who else? Before we do that, I see a chest.
I've already confirmed that on our end.
How do we get in there? Is there an alleyway?
Beginning infiltration sequence.
I miss Mare.
Analyzing code. Security clear. Expanding search field. Expanding search field.
Oh, we moving.
Expanding search field. Mission accomplished.
Probably the easiest one. Nebulous. Time and Mirage dual arts. Oh, that's gonna be good for Catra, because I think Catra is like pretty heavy on Mirage, right? Catra has a lot of Earth. Who had a lot of Mirage? Judith? Oh, this is gonna be good on Judith. Can we go into the subway? Entrance to the waterway, no business here. Okay.
I've already confirmed that on our end.
Dealing with press corps can be insufferable at times. Do they realize how much work goes into building political connections? Arduous efforts are the only reason I'm so quick on the pulse of what the administration is up to. If you're looking for Marielle, we already talked to Marielle. You think he has a thing for her? Oh, he definitely does. And Marielle isn't over Dingo in that way. Wraps up my task, better go pick up San now. You know how some people do amateur modeling instead of a part-time job lately? She's one of them. It's great that my little sister's able to do what she likes and all. But I got my concerns, that kind of work hasn't really caught on in the general public yet.
A story of blood-stained earth.
May not look it, but I got a keen eye when it comes to sizing up, folks. Capital's got plenty of other places teaming with down on their luck schmucks.
I've got some delicious ice cream.
Today's patrol is done. They're very tired. They're giving each other massages. They were roommates. I think a massage sounds great. Want to try coming over sometime this weekend? Whoa! What do you mean tough guy act? I'm just trying to act like every other policewoman or policeman. Yeah, I'm trying too hard. Not that you're trying too hard, you just need to remember to conserve your energy. We make a pretty good team. Karen's not so great at letting go and moving on. Wouldn't kill her to loose up the shoulders either. It'd be nice to take a breather one of these days. I hear ya.
Off we go.
Damn, I underestimated the amount of housekeeping. This night section is dense if you're not just running down the story. We're 2 hours in, and there's still 3 districts to check out, with actual things to do probably, considering the mark. We'll try to like hurry it up, just in time for the final train. Live it up in the Eastern Theater tomorrow. Oh yeah, we remember seeing her there. We saw her at the theater on the last day. Oh my god, Jacobin is up to his bullshit again? I'm telling you to step off your soapbox. I warned you about last year, didn't I? If you refuse, I'll be forced to come back with a warrant. Hayway should have killed this man. My pure-blooded brothers and sisters of Calvard, take the time to remember what's been taken from you. Our identity as true citizens of Calvard have been tainted over the past century. We must come together to drive out these invaders. The future of our nation is at stake. I don't want to, you can't make me. Starting next month, you have to go to class without me. That sounds like fun, right? But I'll always be sure to pick you up at the end of the day. Didn't realize I was streaming today, yeah. You didn't miss too much though. We've just been talking to a lot of NPCs. Edith is gigantic. Anyways, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one today. Mommy needs to be with me always? Yeah. Part of growing up. Decided I mean to go through a few test runs of Sunday school recently. She's just gonna have to get used to it.
That's just a rumor.
Who was Woody again? Take that, Ronald. What? Lockup's a good look for you, bastard. Eat dirt. I remember him 2 years ago. It sounds like he's got quite the grudge against Ronald, too. Guess the news has already made the rounds. Obviously, I don't have all the details, but this seems a little harsh.
Now playing in a theater near you.
Woody's got that hate in his heart. I respect it. Look at this. Someone just posted a special expose on Nina Fenley. I didn't know you could get stuff like that on your Tifo. Now I really want one. She's so cute in that pic though. Honestly, that natural beauty aesthetic she has going on completely sets her apart from other celebs. She might not be much of a glitz and glamour girly as Judith, but what she's doing works just as well. Give me a list of all the hair products. Used to buy celeb tabloids all the time, but now all the hottest gossips on the Orbital net. Yeah, you know what? Do people still make those? Are like celebrity magazines still a thing? I feel like I see magazines, but most of that would just be online at this point if they have social media. All people ever talk about is how good Nina's acting is, but they never think about like how she's picture perfect too. She's practically a doll. I need all her skincare tips stat. I'll be graduating soon, so I started applying to all sorts of vacancies in Edith. I keep getting lost on the bus though, so I end up getting to my interviews too late. But I won't let that stop me. Still a bus man. Oh, and something in the Bracers Guild. We're gonna check that out last.
Unfolds on an all-new adventure.
Yeah, still, they are. They're just there. Just like speed through these guys real quick. Elon's been awfully chummy with Leslie lately. Grandma was finally discharged from the hospital. Oh, yeah, nice. Her health was really on the decline last year. I figured she might be leaving us for good. That's why I asked Arkwright Solutions for help in visiting her, but to think she'd actually improve. Thanks again for going through that trouble. It really meant a lot to me. I'm glad to hear she's doing better. Van's not with us at the moment, but I'll be sure to tell him later. That was a fun Force Brigand last game. Administrator Wesley. Also make sure to keep the view of Trion Mall in mind. Maybe we should test it out. If we hold an event on the roof, the atmosphere will be quite compelling. Boosting the department store's overall intrigue. Okay, just like promotional talk. We'll be doing a little tour of Trion Mall today. Perhaps they'll have something that could give me a little bit of inspiration. They could put on a show. As long as they're willing to change with the times, a manager can always play into their store's strengths. Nostalgia has its uses, but you need to let go of the past eventually. We're still brainstorming, but I'm sure I have my next great idea right around the corner.
What can I get for you? Hope it's to your satisfaction.
And then these two, still in this store. It might be best if you forgot about that establishment. Perhaps I can show you a more interesting spawn exchange. They managed to show us places that weren't even on the map. I would love to see it again. Oh, didn't they go to the Blacklight District or something? I was testing to see if I could synchronize my laptop writing software with my T-phone. My list of interests have expanded rather significantly. That's why, in addition to my duty or studies, I've been considering submitting a short essay. Oh, Albert. And Odette. Well, if it isn't Anias and friends. Odette and Albert, what are you two doing out so late?
We wanted to meet up and go over today's events.
Yeah, thanks for all your hard work today, you three. A little birdie told me you guys were doing some investigating when you noticed the bomb. Okay, like, there isn't really anything going on between these two, right? Is this kind of feeling like a date, but like, it's not. Like, obviously, like, Albert's kind of like really into like Anias, right? So...
If it weren't for you, there's no telling how many people would have been injured. So really, thank you very much. I can be grateful for your job this time at least. Yeah, I can be grateful for your job this time at least, Anyas. Of course.
Yeah, it was no sweat. We're just gonna make Triple Sure Van rewards us when he gets back.
Before I forget, we had something we wanted to pass on to the two of you.
Oh yeah, it was a list of all the clubs participating in the festival, along with what kind of activities they plan on doing. I know you guys transferred here mid-semester, so I figured it might help you to gain your footing a bit. I didn't think I'd see you after school, so I actually left it at my desk. I'll just give it to you tomorrow. Oh, that's so nice of you. Can't wait to see what all the clubs are doing. Thanks, Daddy Birdie.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Wait, back up. Did you just call me Daddy?
Why does it seem like we've already had this conversation?
Oh. Oh, shit. They do have... Okay. Albert still has some of his memories. Well, I guess that's alright. Everything should still be on track.
Do they remember dying? I was awfully impressed by how Miss Toa dealt with that incident. Being able to deal with issues under duress isn't a skill everyone has, after all. Maybe she's been in more situations in the past. Oh, don't we know it?
I wonder when Ren's coming back. I know I've grown a lot from not being able to lean on her all the time, but there's just so much work. Daydream getting bombed in a terrorist act? Yeah, I mean... That'd be like... That's not too, like, far-fetched, I think, sometimes. Sometimes you do have... those... dreams? I know whenever I have a nightmare, I usually die at the end. So it's, like, not too far-fetched. It's like a nightmare where I either die at the end or I am going through it, you know? Like, I seem to remember, like, last night having a sort of... I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it was an uncomfortable dream.
I'll give it a try.
Can't remember too much about it other than me getting flamed for getting ketchup everywhere. I don't even know how that, like, factors in and what that could mean in, like, dream theory. Zin, the washed.
Oh, it's you guys. Heard you had a few problems to deal with today. There was a bomb threat over at Aramis, right? Something to do with a grudge. Well, I'm glad it was taken care of before anyone was hurt.
You seem to be awfully well informed on the matter. I guess information moves pretty fast in the guild. Hey, got any more details in that big brain of yours?
Sorry, but we left most of the investigating to the police. Yeah, unfortunately we have our own issues to worry over. If only we had more answers. Your own issues? I wonder what's going on.
And it looks like Elaine's out as well. Well, it's not our problem. I say we just out ourselves, or see ourselves out. Well, Elaine was out, like, eating noodles and drinking.
We had to do a lot of running around lately, so taking care of the capital has been left to our janitors, our juniors. If only Fee were here. Well, they're doing fine for the moment, and I'm sure that's thanks to your group as well.
If only Fee were here.
We're short-handed as usual today. Guess I'll need to redo the roster again. Honestly, we've been a little concerned about what's going on in Longport recently, but with us having such limited staff, all we can do is observe.
Yellow, how you doing, Expedition Gamer? I'm nearly there, I think.
Okay.
I'm at the stage of Oblivion where I'm kind of comfortable with all my leveling already. I've leveled up all my skills, I'm just doing quests. So eventually, if I get tired of that, I will be hopping on too. Anyways, nice of you to stop by. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. What do you know about Lashkar and him going missing?
One sec.
Multi-daybreak streams this week. We love to see it. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of like double daybreaks. Well, yeah, we've been doing 2 daybreak streams for Daybreak II. Last weekend, this week. I might just make it like a regular thing. Because like streaming a tiny bit of Daybreak on Wednesday isn't a big deal for me. I don't mind just having like a really like 1-2 hour stream, you know? So it's nice to kind of keep the momentum.
Lashkar, eh? Yeah, I figured you would be on the case before long.
Gotta catch up to Horizon. Yeah, we gotta get there.
Is this the case I think it is?
I'm assuming the guild is working on it too.
New Lashguard connections at the guild, but this is way more help than I thought he'd get. Well, sorry to disappoint, but we're actually still waiting to hear back about him ourselves. We have someone hard at work on Lashgar's case right now, and we're leaving it up to him for the moment.
Bracer Gray? Oh, glad to hear that Edith's branch is already on the job. It figures that Elaine's guild would be so on the ball. But who's this person you got working on Lashgar's case?
A young Bracer Gray. Lashgar's been talking with him a lot since the beginning of the year. He started noticing some changes in the boy before anyone else, so he went and took the initiative to investigate.
Is there any way you could share any of the info we collected with us?
Well, I don't see why not. Working together would probably be more efficient anyways. I didn't expect you to agree so quickly. The documentation we got from Van mentioned that we'd be unlikely to get much help from the guild. That kinda ticks me off, to be honest. Well, regardless, you'll find no objection from me.
We really appreciate it. So has Gray had anything to report?
Well, as I'm sure you know by now, the boy reverted to the ways he was before, driven by anger and thoughts of vengeance. Of particular concern is a fight he had with a delinquent several years older than him. Beat the man halfway to Sunday.
Who does that remind me of? Kinda reminds me of Ichiban. And then, like, we're gonna have, like, Papa Arakawa, like, step in. Cut off a finger for Lashgar. And then he's gonna, like, idolize... he's gonna idolize Heiue. Imagine. Now, we're gonna see that with the Bracers Guild. He's gonna double down on his love for the Bracers after this.
He took on somebody older than him and won? Yep, and apparently the guy even told Gray that he was way stronger than any other kid he'd seen. Seemed like it wasn't just a matter of technique either. We believe he's using something to make him more powerful than normal. What?
Given the short time frame, I'd find it hard to believe that he received any form of training either. I think the most likely cause is... he's using some sort of drug.
Yes, we came to the same conclusion. However, we still don't have any information on how he obtained these drugs, or who he received it from. Naturally, the guild cannot afford to let this continue. We've told Gray to put everything he has into this case.
Wow, this turned out to be a bigger issue than I thought it'd be. Yeah, we need to find Lashgar as soon as possible.
Either way, Gray also mentioned the possibility that Lashgar has been having meetings with an unknown third party. Once we can identify that individual and their whereabouts, we'll head back out in another attempt to locate Lashgar. I actually have to deal with another job at the moment, but I plan on helping with the search when I get some free time. Anyways, don't push yourselves too hard out there, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing what you could with us. We really appreciate it. He's wording out, yeah, not an unfamiliar thing in Trails. He's gotta have some of that, like, he could be holding on to some of that, like, old vape, right? Because it's probably not Gnosis, right? There's no way. No sway. Certainly interesting conversation, although I can't really say we have any more information than what we started with. Yep. Same as always. Wait, actually, no, that's a lot of information.
That's just a rumor.
That's like casting a lot of light on the Blacklight District.
Zoom, zoom!
Any shows? Oh, Nina's playing a show! Thank you for letting me join on such short notice. The time we spend together is yours and mine alone. Let's make this a night to remember.
Yeah! Huh, it's pretty lively in here.
Wait, where have I seen it? See, like, she's wearing a hat that says disguise, too. Need another rock. Come on, everyone, raise those voices. Get your blood pumping. Preparing for the festival is fun and all, but it's always nice to take a break every now and then. Mm-hmm. Is this like Nina's agent? No way, right? Yeah. I like to come out of the concert hall to drink on occasion. It gives me a chance to listen to new music. I had no idea some of my students would be here though, and I was just starting to feel a buzz. Oh right, she's the art person at the school. I suppose this performance is rather interesting. I think it might have even given me chills. Is there a draft in here? Yeah, that's gotta be like really weird, right? Like, I've never ran into... No, I ran into a teacher only one time ever outside of school. And it was kind of strange. Well, not really. I mean, they were just like a normal person, right? That's what teachers are. They're normal people. But yeah, to like see your teacher at like a rock show has got to be a trip.
Hello, sweetheart.
Toa! Toa knows Brahmati? What's she drinking? What's Toa got in the cup? Nothing. Hey, it's time to teach. Welcome, welcome, my darling guests. What are you three doing here? I trust you're not up to anything bad, right? As an instructor, I'm afraid I can't condone my students partaking in such an establishment. Oh, we're not here to drink. Don't worry, I'm only kidding. I know you're just here to see Brahmati. I was actually getting some info from him as well. You walked right into the middle of our conversation. Milk so she can grow taller? I fear it's a little too late for her. How tall is Toa? Like... Someone has like the actual size, right? Toa Herschel, height. Okay. I mean, that's short, but not that short. No, it's pretty short. 4'11". $150 centimeters, imagine. Huh. Neat. We were talking about how discrimination against people from the Empire has finally managed to die down a bit. Yeah, I guess you're right. The general attitude towards them seems to have lightened up in the past few years. The fact that people hold Fee in such high regard now is proof. Fee's built different though. I suppose it's too much to ask for long years of discord to be resolved in such a short time. It's nice to see us working towards reconciliation though. On a similar note, the relations between Crossbell and the Empire have also improved considerably. Although I would think much of that improvement is thanks to the round of 7. Isn't that right, Toei? Toei? Yes, that's right. I'm sure everyone's been doing their part to cooperate to the best of their abilities. Especially Reen. He's been working with His Imperial Majesty on all manners of issues in the Empire. Reen mention! We keep trying to tell him not to overdo it, but he's always been a little stubborn. Sounds like a real workhorse, no thank you. Well, I can't say I'm too familiar, but it sounds like both the Ashen Chevalier and the Round of 7 haven't changed very much. You know the Ashen Chevalier, Miss Toa? I knew you were well connected, but yeah, that's her husband. Reen Schwarzer and Miss Toa. Not only were they fellow students, but they seem to be co-workers as well. And perhaps something more. Everything I've read about him is based on rumor, though. I wonder what he's really like. I keep in touch with my juniors through an app called the Round of Seven. It was launched around 3 years ago. Lately, I've been trying to keep them informed on what's happening in the Republic. I've even mentioned Twin and Nadia to them a few times. They're really hoping you to enjoy your school lives. I imagine a room full of saps looking at us. It's kind of creepy.
What she means to say is we appreciate it.
I want to see Class 7 again. I know we had 5 games with them, but I want to see them again. I miss them. I miss Reen.
How strange, and on your first day, no less. I would say it's to be expected for the life of a substitute spriggan, but at least you still have the rest of your school year ahead of you, right?
The world and this menu. Aww, leaving so soon.
That new chapter is amazing! The scene where Akira and Shadow Akira cross paths once more. It's like the emotion was flying right off the page. I think it really added to the depth of the Dark Hero's character too. Boy, I sure am glad I came along on your trip.
Huh, is that right? I never even got a chance to enjoy myself. We've got so many more fans now too, and they're never gonna let me relax.
Looks like her mind's wandering off. Maybe she's already planning her next plot twist. Well, let's get back to it then. I look forward to next week's issue.
Hey Cronin, you don't have much of a love life, do you?
How could you tell?
Okay.
Get flamed? Man, I really thought that trip was my chance to take it easy for once. Does he get a kick out of making my life harder or something?
He wants to see you succeed, oomph. We do have a request actually. It's about the next chapter's lineup. Mia won a lot of popularity polls, right? So maybe we can have her pop in for a bit. I know this might sound like a lot to ask, but consider it, please.
Mia, huh? I didn't actually have anything in mind. So whatever is fine with me. Guess she is pretty easy to draw too. I'll just whip something up real quick. Any weird tacos here?
My stuff can't be beat.
Oh man, I haven't had a good taco in a while.
I'll be waiting for you.
You know what? I'm gonna get tacos for lunch tomorrow. That sounds really good. Some like, ooh, okay. I don't know if they're there, but I could do some like birria tacos or like al pastor. I think either of those I would like fuck with heavily. Oh, we're getting around that time where I'm regretting not eating a proper dinner. We gotta hurry up. Selma, Lodi, what's going on? How's the love life? Or the lack of? I'm gonna eat some for breakfast. I bought a lot of breakfast ingredients just the other day. Bought bacon for the first time in a long time. I've always been more of like a sausage guy. But for some reason, we were feeling bacon. Can you tell you've been... Or, hey Selma, can tell you've been jogging again. Here, I brought you a coffee. Thanks, Lodi. That was really nice of you.
Well, you deserve a little treat after all that work you done. Still, you've really been running a lot lately. Got some kind of goal you're working towards?
Yeah, something like that. Oh crap, there's no way I can tell him I'm just trying to lose weight so I can get a boyfriend. Actually, there's a marathon that's happening in the capital every May. I was thinking that maybe I could participate in the one that's coming up, but I'll probably just end up embarrassing myself.
I don't think you will. Huh? Don't give up, Selma. I'm sure you can make your dream come true somehow.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but what does that mean?
How big of the sausages do I get?
Actually kind of small.
I always get those, I don't know what they're called. It's like the John something or other sausage links. They come in the little, like, white box, and they're on top of, like, butcher paper. Like, it's probably not going to be great if I Google, like, John sausage, but... Let me find it. Farmer John. I usually just get one of those packs for like breakfast and like when I make breakfast.
I've always gotten Farmer John. You get average size. I think I know what Brandon's talking about. Yeah. Oh, Eli. Are you still here? I have a question for you. And it involves something I was talking about earlier in stream. And I need to know. It's very important. Do you guys have Pizzaghetti? Is that like a common thing? Or is that just like a food guess you're fucking with me thing? Cause I saw that Pizzaghetti is like a thing in like Quebec. Maybe? And I wonder if that's like a thing also in everywhere else in Canada. Like, have you ever heard of Pizzaghetti? You've been to Montreal and you missed it? Okay, okay. So it's like very much like a regional thing. First I heard from you? Okay, okay. Cool, cool. Cause like, kind of fucked with me, not gonna lie. That's like 2 entrees in one. Like, a pizza by itself, fine. Spaghetti by itself, also fine. But the thought of like, it being a dish. Yeah, Pizzaghetti for me is just pizza with the spaghetti flavor. Okay, but like the thing is, the picture I saw on Food Guesser was just a slice of pizza, like a normal slice of pepperoni pizza, sitting next to a side of spaghetti. And they called that Pizzaghetti. If it was like pizza with a spaghetti topping, sure, I'll allow it. That is a unique dish. But if it's just on the same plate, yeah, is that not just 2 different dishes together? I saw that and I was like, Food Guesser, are you good? Like, Canada, are you good? I had no idea, but if it's just like a Quebec thing, I totally understand. Cause like, I feel like every like big city has its own like regional dish, you know? So like, that's totally fine. But I needed to know if it was like widespread. Yeah, I saw a version that it's spaghetti inside the pizza. Yeah, that's more normal. I think that's totally normal. I mean, like, not really, but like, I'll allow it. Anyways, I said I would speed things along and I got back on my Pizzaghetti tangent. Alvis, what's up? Looks like it's been a while since last we had troublemakers in town. Can't believe it ended in us making a trip to Crossbell. Yeah, white collar schemes are the worst. I'm glad it's over. Anyways, you've been doing a lot of training lately, haven't you? I'll be dependent on you, Mr. B-Rank. The regional dish of Texas is the gun. I will not be putting that in my mouth, no sir. Only a little. I mean, I just want to be able to protect people on my own from now on. But mostly, I want Regina to stop telling me I'm hopeless without her. Speaking of Texas, though, I really need to go there one day. As a big barbecue head, I've had friends who've like visited Texas and like from Texas. They know their shit. But I don't know if I'm down to wait 3 hours in a line for Franklin's. Gotta say. I'll maybe try somewhere else. I have a feeling getting stronger won't solve that issue. Wait, what? Why do you say that? Oh boy, men sure are hopeless. I cannot but feel a little sorry for Regina. How comfortable am I with humid weather? I can adapt. Yeah, I've been to Vietnam. I've been in Southeast Asia. Been Malaysia, Singapore, you know, all that. They pretty much have like 100% humidity, like a lot of the times of the year, don't they? At least it fucking felt like it. You'd walk out of a shower and feel like you're walking into like the same room. Yeah, walking out of a room sometimes. Walking out of like a hot shower for like how it felt. It was exactly like that, you know? Like that humidity in the room, that like fog on the mirror, that feeling of like water in the air. That is the humidity I'm comfortable with, or I can be comfortable with. Like maybe outside of like straight up drowning, I'm all good. I like the water. What do you mean by that? We can make your dream come true? And what's my heart pounding for? Am I dying? Selma, it's okay. So that's what she's been thinking lately. Is that why she's working so hard? Well, I'm kind of interested now. Maybe I'll try it out with her sometime. Lodi has like that... Lodi has that, what is it? Kind of the same type of riz that Reen and Lloyd have, huh? The accidental riz where just everyone likes them, and in this case it's like Selma and Lodi. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I was just thinking about how I need to get Laha to start training me soon. I made it to B rank, but that doesn't mean I can start slacking off. I need to get stronger. Yeah, for Texas it also depends on the region too. Yeah, you got dry heat, you got humid heat, yeah. Really has no clue, whatever. I'm more worried about Gray anyways. Feels like he's been pretty focused on looking for something lately. Yeah, he's been on a fucking mission finding Lashkar is what he's been doing. The tacos here are different. The flavor just never is just never the same. It's kind of throwing me off, honestly. Maybe their next batch will be better. Okay,
Okay.
Ah, okay. Hard shell taco. There it is. Yeah, I don't really... Hard shell tacos are fine. I'm not gonna be picky. But like, they are not anywhere near like a soft shell or like, just like a normal taco. Figured we'd be heading to the races already, but Jennifer's still working on maintenance, I guess. By the way, the crowd might look kind of slim tonight. Downey and the others were busy with something else. Maybe we should just focus on learning our opponent's techniques for the moment. Let's have some fun, people.
Can I help you?
We will be buying that wallet.
Come again.
Here, we're just gonna like zoom through these and like cliff notes. Spoiler. Remember Tomboy? Do the final check before you head off. Attachment complete. They about to hit that big race. Like stopping by Bradley's every now and then. Bit of a car freak. Though he's not racing anymore. I've been friends with Carlos here since my Z1 days. We were busy as all to get back out there, but we made some really good memories. Carlos actually managed to bring Lendo a victory a fair number of times. Damn. That is a crazy midriff on Arel's mother. The demons kind of took over for a second. I had to look. Who's the Blue Archive student that you would avoid being around with and the one I'd hang out with? The one I'd avoid being around. I don't know. I like all the students. But I think I like gamer daughter Eris a lot. Every like story you have with her, and when you're like wandering around just doing random bullshit, just seems like so much fun. I actually have I have her figure, her maid figure. Thank you for always taking the time to play with Iriel. Sorry, I didn't think it would go for so long. We played hide and seek today, Mommy, and Rooney's really bad at it. Pick? Oh, bet. I'll actually take a pic of my like figure shelf real quick. We've been doing a lot of pics today. Wow. I need to make some more shelves. There is like no room on this thing. My Estelle figure is like precariously on the edge. Here, let me open up my phone link thing. Yeah, that one right there. That's her. Yeah, kind of like a really bad angle. But yeah, there's like no space. Yeah, and I got some like old Love Live stuff too. Like, I think these were like buns from the shrine for like, the shrine in Akihabara. When I went for New Year's. And then a bunch of other like random things. Sent yours? I'll be peeping. Ooh, that is a nice shelf. That is a very nice shelf. I fuck with that immense. Yeah, the dents. Okay. But I also have this shelf over here. Hold on. I'm shelf, is that a Porter Robinson print in the back? Or is that, actually that's, what was that Shinkai film? The one that came out after Your Name and there was like all the rain and stuff and like the world flooded. Here, hold on. I'm gonna take another picture of my horse shelf. We are in Figure Talk. I am single-handedly funding Psy Games to bring global to the US. I want to buy the life-size plush of Agnes Tachyon. I saw they put out new plushies for the beginning of the New Era movie. Yeah, that's my horse shelf. It goes pretty far back. And like some of this isn't even related. Like I bought this carrot plushie from Target. And I also bought this horse trophy from Target. Yeah. Need to put up more shelves. I have no more space to add more horses to the collection. I wonder after I climb that big tree. A tree? Iroh, that's very dangerous. Well, it's not like it was hard or anything. She sure has a lot of energy to burn, huh? I'm so sorry. I don't mean to push her on you so often. She just really likes following you around. Oh, and your helping with her homework has really been a blessing too. I have to watch her like a hawk to make sure she finishes it all. Yeah, she's not really a big fan of doing things she doesn't find interesting. Maybe something in her textbooks will catch your eye someday. I like Irio's stance. It's very powerful. She won't look the camera in the eyes. I can beat Rooney in whatever we play. Actually, I even had to teach him the rules for our game a few times. I'm so nice. Historically, the Republic sees a rise in anti-immigrant sentiment whenever economic issues are anticipated. The Republic has been quite prosperous in recent years, but of course, that was likely due to the reparations made by the Erebonian Empire. With those having ended last year, many people have been making their concerns clear. I only hope history doesn't repeat itself. Do you know anything about Lashkar going missing, Kira? There was a particular sister I'd grown close to in the past, although she was of Central Eastern descent. She joined a Western-style church. But then a nuclear weapon, I can still hardly believe it. Right, she died in Cray. Must remain strong for her younger brother. Sister Bellica had a younger brother. Thankfully, Lashkar was saved. He even stayed at a temple for a time. It's been quite a while since I've seen him around, however. I can't help being worried. Alright, have you seen him? I mean, you said you haven't seen him, but what do you know?
Do you have a moment?
Oh, this is about Lashkar, isn't it? To be honest, I've been worried about him myself. The boy's been so torn up over his hatred of Almada recently, it's almost like he's gone back to his old self. You really think he's declined that much? I thought he'd finally started to recover. There must be something that triggered his change in attitude. You have any idea of what that could have been? Well, I imagine it had something to do with Nero. Nero? From DMC? We haven't met yet. Nero, was that a friend of his? No, it was the name of a cat that one of the little girls in Cray Village was taking care of. Oh, right! Oh, dang. The one we saw, right? Or maybe not? I assume he must have been lost in the explosion then. Most likely, yes, but regardless, Lashkar's been determined to find them ever since. That's what eventually led to him happening upon another cat that looked just like him. I'll never forget the look on his face when he said, maybe Nero made it out alive after all. He couldn't be convinced otherwise. Descent your fully open shelf? Oh, peeping. Oh, dang, okay. Oh, that's cool that you can remove the doors like that. Or is that a different shelf? Oh, that's a really cool shelf. I feel like I was supposed to get charged for my Joshua figure a long time ago. I need to look at Ami. Because I pre-ordered the Joshua figure and I don't think I ever got an email from them saying like, oh, it's time to pay. Time to pay up! Orders awaiting payment, no orders, order history. In the past year? Oh, it's next month. Okay. Oh god, I'm worried about shipping prices. Ah, geez, I didn't think about that. Oh! Fuck, and I want to pre-order the Elaine figure too. Oh, that Elaine figure looks really nice. Do they have Uta Ramono figures? I should be getting some like Uta merch. Oh, huh. That's not expensive at all. I see a Kamyu figure for like $20. I mean, it's pre-owned, but I doubt I would find something new, right? Oh shit, there's a Donatia figure. Oh, this one looks nice. Yeah, not a widely recognized franchise, yeah. I need them to lock in. I need them to get like 1 billion figures. Yeah, I'm looking at these ones here. For reference. There's like a couple. This Nekane figure looks pretty good. Check Atelier figures to be down bad. Oh, I am fully sure. The way they got those like protagonists built lately, like, and the characters, like all the party members, like damn. Yeah, I was looking at the Elaine one though. Pretty nice. Not so nice. Yeah, 20,000 yen, that's a T-phone. Yeah, I wish I picked up, I guess I could still pick it up. But getting the Arian Road figure would be pretty cool too. And this is like significantly less expensive. Yeah, looking at it, this would be cool too. I always really like the design for this knight. Get them both. We've never like built a kit though. Anyways, that's enough looking at merch. Now that I think about it, I feel like he has mentioned something about a cat before. But I've got a feeling that the one he found wasn't actually Nero, huh? Unfortunately not. The pattern on his fur was strikingly similar, but it was a completely different cat. And then that being a different cat caused him to crash out. Once Lashkar came to realize that his temper flared up again. But the reality he was trying to ignore came back to bite him in the end. Honestly, I can't help feeling that we failed the poor thing. Failed to save him from his internal torment. Calling the kid a poor thing is weird to me. I would have said like poor kid, but poor thing? If we're to have any hopes of helping him this time, we'll need to treat this much more seriously than we did before. It's nice to hear that temples care so much for Lashkar. I know he'll be in good hands once we find him. While we're still on the subject though, have you noticed anything else odd going on in relation to Lashkar? Yeah, I get the feeling the whole Nero thing isn't what pushed him over the edge. There's gotta be something else we're missing. Actually, I did hear an interesting tidbit from a few of the parishioners recently. Apparently Lashkar's been roaming around Riverside at night. From what I understand, he's come here even on days when he doesn't have Sunday school, but he's never seen going into any of the other businesses. I doubt he'd come out here to just goof off. The question is, where was he headed? I can't say for certain, but I've heard he's been spending time under the bridgeways along the river. Some rather unseemly types have been around those areas lately, which makes me all the more worried. Thank you again for all your help, Mother Kira. The details you shared should definitely help us track him down. Of course. If it gets Lashkar home safe, I'm happy to help. Oh, Arusha, may Lashkar be blessed by your grace, and may you grant Anyas and her friends your guidance and protection. Well, I believe we've spoken to everyone familiar with Lashkar. I think we have a pretty good handle on what's going on now. Me and S had a few ideas already, but you really helped us narrow them down, Aggie. You're just as quick on the uptake as Van said you were. You really think so? Anyways, let's go back over everything one more time, so we can figure out our next step. 3 hours housekeeping! Well, I think we have enough info to piece together what Lashkar's been up to. Yes, however, we still don't fully understand what brought about the change in his mental state, or why someone attempted to take advantage of him. Well, at the very least, we know that he's been meeting up with an individual under the bridges. That's our best lead right now. The lady at the temple said he'd been wandering around Riverside, right? And hasn't there been a lot of dangerous activity lately by the underground maintenance tunnel? That's right. I have a feeling that that's where Lashkar's been heading off to. Especially considering what the Bracers Guild told us about the possibility of drugs being involved. However, while we know Lashkar's been spotted in the area, nobody actually has seen him entering the underground maintenance tunnel. The area is incredibly inconspicuous though. I have a feeling we have the right place. Yeah, Riverside as a whole seems like a pretty convenient location for whoever Lashkar's dealer is too. Don't you think so, Aggie? It sounds like you're already one step ahead of me, Nadia. But you're right. Izan mentioned there were people from the Central East with ties to the criminal underground after all. If that's who pushed Lashkar into this, it would explain the meeting place. The temple he goes to is here in Riverside, and there are more Central Easterners here than the other districts. Which means it'd be easier for them to blend in. That explains why they're so willing to do this stuff in public. At any rate, we should check out the underground maintenance tunnel and see if we can find any more leads. I'm with you all the way, Aggie. And if someone is down there, I should be able to sense them, no problem. Yeah, I can't hurt to do a little reconnaissance. Let's go take a look. I'm running it down. We haven't had any combat today. There's a child's footprint here. They look fresh. Anything on your end, Nadia? I'm not really picking up anything. But looking at the map, this tunnel is pretty long, isn't it? It's hard to get a clear reading of the inside when we're all the way out here.
Aren't you guys...
Oh, Gray? Gray, what are you doing here?
So it is you, Anius. And these two must be the two substitute brigands filling in for Van. Hazel told me you guys will be helping out with Lashkar's case. I'm surprised that you already managed to sniff this place out. Seems Van trained you guys well.
He's got a small face, I gotta say. Like, I'm gonna lean aside. Actually, I think we got lucky, because the information everyone gave us was so helpful. All we had to do was narrow down his location. I was hoping we might be able to track down the person Lashkar's been meeting with as well.
Oh, wait a sec. I thought you guys knew he was inside already.
What? Did you follow them there?
Yeah, I managed to puzzle out where they'd be meeting so that I could tail one of them. It's been about 30 minutes since Lashkar first entered. I bet anything he's meeting with whoever his dealer is right now. My hope was to secure their meeting place, expose whoever's behind this, and get Lashkar back home.
Huh, so you were using Lashkar's bait to pin down the ringleader.
A little surprising, considering the kid's so fond of you, I mean.
You do what you gotta do, you know?
From a risk management perspective, I made the best decision I could. If all I did was put a stop to Lashkar meeting with the dealer, the larger issue wouldn't just disappear.
Well, I guess that seems reasonable enough. Not the kind of thing I'd expect from a bracer, though. I understand where you're coming from, but for right now, are you willing to give us a hand?
Of course, I don't have any problem working with you guys. I don't have a problem working with you guys. I plan to make my move soon, though. Once you're ready, let's start making our way in.
Me and us are ready when you are, Aggie.
This might take a while, and doubt we'll be able to come back out for supplies either. That's something you might want to take into account.
Right, let me think here. Yeah, let's go.
We're good.
I'm ready. Let's get going. This might be the only chance we get to save Lashkar.
Alright, let's head in.
I had a feeling we wouldn't find anyone here. Actually, I'm sensing someone further in. This tunnel has a pretty complicated layout, though. I can't make out very much.
My Zypha's not detecting anything other than the monsters in the vicinity. If we stop to look around right now, it'll just eat up time. Let's wait until we're further in. Yeah, no time to waste. What do you say we take the shortest route we can to the far end? I'm sure we can handle anything that comes up along the way.
Good idea, let's hurry.
What are they planning to do by bringing him in here anyways? Just what are they after? And why Lashkar? It just doesn't...
Is something wrong? Nadia's stare. Nadia's stare kinda cute. Nope, I was just thinking about how you seem a little unusual for a bracer. You fought for Lashkar, listened to his troubles, and even now your main focus is on saving him. Kinda feels like you can really relate to the little guy, which would mean you've been through a lot yourself.
I'm just trying to do what I can to help. I mean, he's counting on me, so I have to keep him from making the same mistakes I did. Nadia, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just having a little chit-chat is all. We're coming. Oh, yeah, they looking evil, for sure.
Nice work getting out there, kid. How you feel? Your body getting used to it yet?
Yeah, it feels good. I can get as angry as I want. I can hate as much as I want. And it fills me with power. I get stronger. The more I think about them. The ones who murdered everyone in my village.
Looks like he's taking to it better than better than we expected. In that case, we should be able to up his dosage. You know, I wasn't expecting much from the rumors at first, but this kid's got some pretty serious rage built up inside. You got a real nose for talent, Commander Javid. Especially to find a kid like this among a bunch of peace-loving rubes like the ones here in Calvard. What makes you say that? It's pretty easy to spot talent in the Blacklight District, don't you think? At least easier than spotting it on the battlefield. Letting this kid fade into oblivion. Oblivion mention? Fade into oblivion would have been the real tragedy, if you ask me. If we raise him right, he'll make for one hell of a warrior.
If I get stronger, I can do anything. Otherwise, I couldn't protect.
Yes, think of that hatred as your fuel. Seems like I was right to have high hopes for you. Huh. It looks like our visitors have finally arrived. Or did you think we wouldn't notice? These guys must be part of the one Jaeger group from the Central East. The Scorpions is a hot, I think it was. I'm surprised they noticed us. It's the rank of captain still means something even in C-tier Jaeger groups. Are we seeing them attempt to unlock a lockpad? I don't know what you mean by that. But this little kid, they training this little kid to be a demon when he grows up.
True, even if they did get knocked out of last year's death game in the first round.
The group dispatched to Arash and was one of our least skilled units. You'd be wise not to conflate them with the best we have to offer. But that little mishap did force us to reflect on increasing the strength of our military prowess.
Insta post I sent? Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, the lockpicking minigame's a lot of fun in Oblivion. Although, I'm at the point of the game where I leveled up my alteration up to 100, so I just cast a spell to open everything now.
Uh-huh. What are you doing here? This is none of your concern.
Lashkar? What have you done with him? They really have been giving him enhancement drugs. They seem different from the ones Amada were using now.
Don't get the wrong idea. He came to us with nowhere to go, seeking power and tormented by loneliness. All we did is give him the means to convert those feelings into power he so desperately wanted. Enough! You really think you can get away with manipulating a child into taking narcotics? Huh. Offended you put our herb on the same level as that poison Almada liked to dole out. See, in our homeland there aren't many laws that prohibit its use, so it hardly seems fit to judge by your standards, don't you think? And you want to know something funny? It's not illegal in Calvard either.
Is this really what you want, Lashkar? I thought you wanted to be a bracer so that you could protect Annie. What happened to that little boy? Is this what his idea of strength is? But back then, I couldn't protect anyone.
I understand why you'd want to drown in your hatred. Maybe I understand better than anyone else. But even if you were to accomplish what you hoped for with it, you'd never be able to feel pride for what you've done.
He's right, you know. Getting that kind of power as a child has a way of haunting people for the rest of their life. I've seen a lot of kids broken because of it. I can't say it's something I'd recommend.
Lashkar Skywalker? Wait, isn't today,
The 25th is the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, I think, right? Crazy timing. Bro's got them Sith eyes. It is today, right? When did Revenge of the Sith come out? Oh, it released the 19th. My bad. Right. This isn't the type of power you want. It'll end up swallowing you whole. There's a strength beyond all the suffering you're feeling, but it's one you'll have to find for yourself. Gray's looking a lot like Aster Phoenix. I don't know if I know who that is. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. Is it wearing off?
If that's all it took to throw him off, then maybe this kid really was a waste of time.
It's not that simple. He's just feeling conflicted. If we can show him that the path we've laid out for him is one of true power, then he'll find his resolve. I guess that means we've got to prove we're right then. Anyas, I'll look for an opening and try to pull Lashkar out of there. Can you three draw their fire until I can get to him? Understood. We'll do our best. Just be careful, okay? We were given a job, and we're not leaving here until it's finished. Lashkar's coming with us.
Destroy them!
Ooh, okay. We're going in for, like... We should shield.
Here I go!
Yeah, Gray's a typical protag face of Kirito. Yeah, he's got a very normal anime face.
We can win!
Ooh, a free cast for us? Don't mind if we do. Everyone line up for Nadia's Obsidiary. We are about to go crazy.
Get ready!
No way, Jose! Zenka activate! Yeah! Nadia!
Let's do this!
Yeah! No arc feather though, damn. Skyrim remake when? When did Skyrim come out? 2011? Give it 6 more years. And then we'll be 20th anniversary.
We've got this in the bag.
Oh god, 28 years since Skyrim, huh? Feeling old. Here, we should S-craft with Swin. I like Swin's S-craft.
Keep it up, Nadia!
Oh my god, we don't have the S-boost for
All
it.
set. Initiating drive. I won't lose.
Holy Bloom?
Shining flowers.
Did Oblivion Remix still have the intended quirky Bethesda bugs? Oh yeah, they kept it very faithful. It's so good. There's a reason I have like 32 hours already. It's like everything I would have wanted.
Dispatching shield.
We can win!
Good chance for a shard boost.
Here we go. All set. Initiating dispatching shield. Initiating drive.
We can win!
Activating skill.
I'll end this now! Cross! Diver!
Loose gauge limit
It's
removed.
up to you, Agnes!
Thwack.
Eat!
Thwack. Big thwack.
Keep it up, Nadia!
Our time shot.
Wide open!
Alright, Lashkar, you good? Done giving into the dark side? Probably gotta like flush your system from all those narcotics.
Ugh, you're stronger than I thought. I suppose I underestimated you.
You're right, we are strong. Even without Van, we're fully capable of putting a stop to your schemes.
Captain, the kid's gone! What? Don't try to call foul now. A feint is a valid strategy in warfare. As Jaegers, I'm sure you know that all too well. Damn it. We failed. And after all the time I told you to keep an eye on your 6.
Nice job, Gray.
You know, you're not half bad.
Ever consider becoming an assassin? Now that Lashkar's safe, there's no need to stay here any longer.
Fucking run! You think you can run from us? Pincer them on both flanks! Tamam!
Oh, how considerate. You must be a real hit with the ladies. Not that I have eyes for anybody but us, of course.
Enough talk. Let's move.
I've always liked this song. This is a good song. Lashkar, are you awake? Is the drug wearing off? Oh, no. I can't. Damn it. I don't think the drugs are affecting him anymore, but he still seems pretty unstable. That's why he wanted an easy solution. A way to run away from it all. That's how they were able to reel him in.
He just has to keep moving forward. He needs to face what's going on inside him, no matter how difficult that may be. Yeah, I really think he can do it, even if he did have a bit of a stumble. Look out! An ambush! We'll never be able to hold off this many of them. Huh. It'll take an act of the goddess to turn the tide in your favor this time. So what's it gonna be? Fight and risk death? Or hand the boy over and leave with your head still attached?
I don't think so. You messed with the wrong kid, Scorpions.
You did a bang up job on your own, Gray. Now let us handle the rest.
You guys.
Sorry we're late. Took a little to put together what was going on.
Sin and Elaine had other business, but I figured we could spare the rest of the crew.
Can't believe the Scorpions is hot. We're behind all this. I'm sure you filled his head with all kinds of crap trying to turn him into one of your child soldiers. I didn't think the guild would come out in full force. What do we do, Captain? We withdraw. It's too bad about the boy, but we have little choice. Really? Didn't you hear me? I said withdraw. It's time to cut our losses. We can't afford to waste resources right now. Tamam! Damn, would have preferred to capture him. But they're fast little suckers.
Oh, Lashkar, I'm so sorry I didn't realize what was happening. Kinda. Damn it. Damn it all. Lashkar, do you think you managed to calm down a little? Calm down? What do you mean calm down? Me pretending to be calm was what led to all this. None of the adults understand. They all just think I'm sad or holding a grudge. While I was just sitting around, all those Armada bastards were killed off. So why do I still feel so empty inside? Please, somebody, tell me why! I get it now. You weren't after revenge. You had all these feelings of anger and sorrow, and once it was over, everyone wanted to go right back to normal. Once I found out Nero was gone too, I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought if I could run away from it all. So when those guys from Zahat started telling me their drugs could help me escape what I was feeling, and that I'd never lose anything ever again if I just got stronger, Lashkar, I know exactly what you're feeling. Being powerless, it's... No, you don't! Grown-ups don't understand anything!
Hey, we understand a lot better than you think. I told you before, didn't I? We're the same. I lost my family to Armada too. All I could think about was revenge. But I found my way back. That's why I'm here now.
You lost your family. I kind of figured it was something like that.
So he finally comes to terms with it.
Well, good for you, but that's why I have to... Do you really think those people were your best chance? You want to be strong, right? But if it's true strength you're after, there's a better path for that. A path where no matter what style you choose, it'll be strength you earned. A strength that's yours and yours alone. That's why that shortcut they promised you can't hold a candle to what you can do on your own. Even if it'll be a struggle to get there, you'll have plenty of time to find your way. You just have to be a bit patient while you look for it. That's how it was for me in S2. Yo, all these characters got so much trauma though. Right, I'm sure you'll find something that'll guide you in the right direction. And once you do, you'll make everyone in Cray Village proud, Annie included. Oh right, I almost forgot. Gray-handed Lashgar handmade charm with the Bracers Guild emblem on it. Didn't he give that to him? Oh, this is the charm that Annie made for, okay. This is the charm that Annie made for me. At first I thought maybe you'd just forgotten about it. Now I realize that this is what you were running from all along. Because if you didn't, you might remember the person you were. The real you. If your heart still aches at the sight of it, that's a sign that you haven't given up. Damn. Man, these sub-stories for Daybreak 2 have been so good. Daybreak sub-stories have been like uncontested. Out of every like Trails game, I feel like this game does the like request the best. Like no doubt about it. Cause fuck, when Gray said that just now, like, ooh. It's not too late, Lashgar. We can move forward. Together. Why? Once Lashgar had settled down, the group decided that bringing him back to the guild would be the best option. Yeah, like sometimes I'll like do these like requests, right? And it is insane that this is optional. Due to Lahad's familiarity with the drug that was used, he was able to treat Lashgar's symptoms quickly and efficiently. Thankfully, the substance had only been administered a handful of times. Lashgar was expected to make a full recovery. Both Zin and Elaine were concerned for the boy and rushed back to the guild upon hearing news of the situation. So, that's what happened, huh? Well, looks like Gray ended up being the right man for the job after all. Glad you were able to rescue the kid before it was too late. I must commend the rest of you for coming to his aid as well. Your arrival seems to have played a pivotal role. And of course, Anya, Swin, Nadia, thank you again for all your support. Of course, we would never turn a blind eye to Lashgar, or any resident of Cray Village for that matter. Furthermore, it's our duty to help others in Van's stead. Honestly though, we wouldn't have made it very far without a certain bracer in training laying the groundwork for us. I just did what anyone else would do. Besides, I'm the one that... Personally, Lahad was the one who impressed me the most. How'd you learn to detox someone like that? Never really thought of you as the brainy type. What, you thought I was just a meathead? See, in the Central East, it's not uncommon to run into people using drugs and herbs like that. When I was stationed at the guild there, they did a pretty good job of drilling us on all of the basic treatment methods. That being said, we only treated his symptoms. He'll need to be examined later by an actual doctor. Huh, won't going to a doctor give him a record for doing drugs though? Not if he didn't administer himself. I think it's fine. He was like, pressured by the Jaegers, you know? In this case, it shouldn't affect his record. Yeah, I could see that being an issue for any background checks in the future. For most people, it's a good opportunity for rehabilitation. But for Lashgar, it'll just make it harder for him to get back on the straight and narrow. That's true. We'll need to remember to keep his future in mind when making any further decisions. Aw, man. Okay, but like... a regular hospital is fine in this case, right? Like... actually have like zero knowledge how like drug abuse is registered for like minors and how that affects their like prospects when they grow up. Guide time? No, I'm fine with doing any of these because this is like a point thing. I'm thinking about this from like the moral standpoint. And that's something I really like about the Daybreak choices too, because you kind of have to like sit there and like, ooh, what's the right choice? Like both of these are going to be correct, but what do I feel is right? Because putting on just Isabel alone doesn't feel right. But also like building that support network and allowing Lashgar to like perceive that Isabel is actually there for him to make sure he gets better is like a really good thing for like his, I guess for like mental, right? Because like, you know, I am kind of leaning towards Isabel now when I think about that. Because like, yeah, Isabel's been there all the time, right? But if I send him to a hospital, there's no telling how that's gonna go down for him. Fuck. Because it could just like, what's the word for it? Like, de-glamorize any sort of like system that's in place and end up pushing Lashgar down like the wrong path when he gets older. Fuck, I might have to say Isabel. But the hospitals are usually pretty good. I mean, It'll like come back though. It's gonna maybe find a way to rear its head. No, it won't come back. We're a believer. Lashgar will have a good life after this. You think we should just let Isabel treat him in secret? That way his record will be kept clear? The braces are like, hey, what the fuck? The doctor from the Blacklight district. I've heard she does good work, but... What? You must be joking! How can we trust him to some back alley doctor? Take it easy, Elvis. In spite of where she's from, I can at least vouch that she's a fairly competent doctor. Still, you must have a pretty good reason if you're willing to suggest something like that to us. I do. I want Lashgar to face up to his mistakes. As we mentioned, taking him to a normal hospital will result in him having a permanent mark on his record. But it won't actually affect him until he gets older. I worry that he won't learn his lesson. Exactly! Fuck, okay, that is exactly how I feel about this. Like, he's still a kid. He's a kid dealing with a ton of trauma. I can't fucking blame him. Like, the adult version of him doesn't deserve to have to deal with this for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Well, I get it. You think him having him treated in the Blacklight district would be a kind of wake-up call. A trial by fire, huh? That's surprising coming from you, Agnes. You might be right, though. Could be exactly what he needs at the moment. Not you too, Lahad. Elaine, say something to them. Surely you don't think this is a good idea? Well, it's certainly not ideal, but she makes a good point. And as long as we have some safeguards in place, yes, it might be worth looking into. The guild will handle any negotiations with Isabel. We'll raise the money for treatment too. However, that does mean we'll be the ones setting all the terms as well. We'll move forward with it as long as nobody has any objections. What do you say, little lady? Yes, that sounds fine with me. I just want to help Lashgar get back to living a normal life again. Understood. Let's go ahead and talk this over with Hazel.
We'll get the ball rolling and everything. Well, alright, I guess I'm willing to compromise.
Thank you all for being so understanding. I suppose now the only thing left to do is deal with Lashkar's emotional state. He's been drowning in pain for so long, I think getting him to work through it all is going to be pretty difficult. Yeah, it's going to take a good therapist and like many years. Still, I have a feeling you'll be alright in the end.
Yeah, me too. He'll be fine as long as he's got people like Gray to sympathize with him. I think he might be overestimating what I'm capable of. I mean, it's not like I'm a therapist. Levy Arnold, a B-rank bracer stationed at the head branch in Le Mans. She was tasked with working undercover to gather intel. A lot of her information was obtained by spying on Almada, but unfortunately she was killed in the line of duty. She was your older sister, wasn't she, Gray? Oh, damn. Well, that's what he meant.
We know you lied about your nationality and work history to get into the guild. And we know the reason why you were trying so desperately to enter the Republic. In fact, we've known for a while now. You wanted revenge.
That's what all the training was for, and all that digging through confidential info.
So that's why he understands how Lashkar feels.
You knew the whole time? Then why would you let me stay? I took advantage of my position to do so many horrible things, so why? Let's just say we spent a lot of time observing your behavior. I'm sure you realize it for yourself by now, but that grudge isn't the only thing that's been motivating you.
That's right. You continue to display a strong sense of both conscience and duty. Your actions don't lie. Kaina, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Lashkar's been going through. I just want to thank you all for giving us another chance.
Oh, Isabel, yeah. I got the names mixed up. Isabel is, yeah, okay.
It's fine. Of course, this isn't something you should have to shoulder on your own. It takes a village, right? I've heard you've been keeping an eye on Lashkar for a while now. They told me you leapt into action as soon as you found him. Words can't express how grateful I am.
Hear that, Gray? You've done a lot for people of Edith. So let me ask you this. Where do you want to go from here? Do you even need to ask? I want to keep moving forward. I want to keep protecting the city. Well, if that's what you really want, then you better be prepared to work your ass off.
I feel like maybe I said something I shouldn't have. Everything's alright, yeah? You're fine, kinda. Actually, you just did Gray here a pretty big favor. I'm glad we were here to help. Those two are going to be just fine.
Yeah, they'll get back on their feet in no time. It probably wouldn't hurt to check in on them every now and then.
Yeah, I want to make sure their problems end with us. Solving problems isn't exactly what I'm known for, but it feels pretty good knowing we helped save a kid's future.
All in a day's work.
Is that the chaos option? Is that the chaos option or is that the gray option?
Ah, chaos. We love a little bit of chaos.
Okay. We haven't even fucking finished housekeeping. And I'm kind of feeling like I should call it.
Give it a try.
Let me see, where are we? We have Old Town and honestly, I think it's just Old Town and whatever else comes from there. Because yeah, I'm feeling pretty hungry. I could go for one of those pieces of chicken that I made earlier today. Yeah, we can do the housekeeping in Old Town and whatever else for the next stream, I think. But again, I think we made some pretty good progress, 3.5 hours. It's like not too far off from how much we usually play. I did start a bit later today, but it is what it is. Well, I can't thank you enough for helping Lashkar. I'll make sure to keep a better eye on him from now on. Maybe I should talk to him about his worries. I have a feeling we might have a few things, we might have a few in common. Anyways, I may not be good at talking about feelings, but it's something we'll just have to learn. And Lashkar sleep. Lashkar bedge. He seems to be doing better, still, we should probably give him some space.
Again, thank you. We could have never saved Lashkar without your help. And it also gave me a chance to face myself. Anyways, I won't let any of my previous work be in vain. I'll move forward from this. For my seniors, for Lashkar, and for my sister.
I think we're probably gonna call it then.
For the bus.
Seek out never before seen
I feel like that's
treasures
probably gonna be the
and
beefy
unfolds on an
request, and
all-new
like
adventure.
if we go to Old Town, we're gonna go to like a bulletin board and like find out that there's like a monster hunt somewhere.
That's just a rumor, right?
Because that tends to be the case. It's usually like one monster hunt and one like actual proper request. But yeah, that being said, that's gonna do it for me tonight. For everyone who stopped by, thank you so much. Always appreciate the company.
3-point heat.
Happy
Now playing
Saturday.
a theater near you.
Happy Sun. I don't think it's Sunday anywhere.
Soar above the court.
Happy Saturday.
Blaze a trail for those who follow.
Hope you all have a good one. Tomorrow we are Uta Gamers. Thank you. Wait. Let me find a wall.
I need to buy.
Peace.
Saga of Ravana, Return of the King. Now playing.
Anya Stare.